Hello. I was like, hey, Jessica, do you want to go live early? And she's like, people are here. Why the fuck not? And I said, that's
Oh,
that's why. That's why you're in charge, Jessica.
there goes monetization. F-bombs within the first 10
Bombs away.
seconds.
Yep, F bombs away. Let's go.
Oh, good God. Welcome to the shit show, people.
Chaos personified. I'm DC, and this is Auntie Lushy, also known as Jessica, also known as the Zombie Queen, as named herself yesterday. Yes?
Geotopia Queen, and I don't know what else.
Oh my gosh. We're glad everyone's here. Before we start, we've got some new members. And quick before we start, we have an update. Baby Snark's going away. We might bring it back. We're just condensing some things. The $2.99 is still there. That's what always gets gifted. Just Baby Snark. Baby Snark is going away. So Sherry and Amanda and Elaine and Elaine just upgraded to the Snarky Squirrel Society too, which is a big deal. And Ellie upgraded to Snarky. So thank you so much. I will play our little song, and after we play the song, I'll let Jessica introduce herself again, and then we'll play the disclaimer. You're gonna have to do it every time, so stop rolling your eyes at me, lady.
Horatio, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
So if you already did Baby Snark this month, you will be refunded. YouTube does not keep your money if you don't get what you pay for. So, no, you're not dumb. Are you on your phone? Are you on an Apple phone? Then you may have trouble upgrading. You might have to get on a computer. Severus, what's up? Now, introducing again we've streamed a lot together the past week and a half. Auntie Lushy, Jessica.
Don't you want to run the disclaimer?
Oh, forget it. Yes, you're right. This is why you're here to keep me on track. I listened to my streams back, and I'm like, oh, you said something and then you didn't follow through with it. So here we go. If you're on your MacBook, just go here and go to join, and this link that's about to come through, Deanna, and you should be able to click upgrade. Just Call Me Joe said, and then I'll let Jessica introduce herself. I needed this today. We're fighting with insurance to get my toddler's therapy covered. He has CP and 6 therapy appointments a week. No way I can afford out of pocket, and I'm stressed. Oh.
Damn. Yeah, I was that toddler, so, I am Jessica, Auntie Lushy was very, me. It all started at the beach at a bachelorette party. My Hondays were kind of wild. Not gonna lie, but, yeah, who am I? So I used to create funny reels and shit, and somebody had to be like, Jessica, get a job, work with me. And I had undiagnosed ADHD, so I couldn't manage a job in content. Then my life went to shit last year. And so I've been what's the term? Ghost writing? Not ghost writing, not gaslighting. Moonlighting. Moonlighting on DC and Clowntown and Tish's channels for the last year as a content creator.
So you're basically saying that it's all my fault that we're not getting awesome content from you because I detoured you with a job and then you got me out of that job essentially. So essentially Jessica's awesome and she's super funny and I hope she gets back to real creation. But until then, we're here getting into trouble on the internet. And short and sweet, I changed my little tagline. I've been battling MLMs and technical difficulties since 2022. That's it. Short and sweet. And yes. So here's what's gonna happen. Snarkies is we're gonna do lots of like more member streams. The Secret Scroll Squad and the Snarky Scroll Society, they're gonna be able to sneak into Zoom calls, but we're not gonna. I don't want to put videos behind paywalls for MLM stuff. So if we get to sneak in together, then we'll put that video out, within a week and stuff like that. So, oh my gosh. Yes, Jessica is the favorite. Every time Jessica leaves to take a break, it's like, where's Jessica? Come back. Jessica, come back on screen. Where are you?
I don't get it.
That's okay. We get it. We're glad you're here. And I don't know. We're going to have fun today. Now there were some comments on the last video about that. Why are we reacting to this? They were talking about ketones. They were talking about the opportunity. They're talking about selling it intermixed with the shock marketing, as Aaron calls it. And it's so twisty. You see this in multi-level marketing where they overshare to get you to suck you in, and then they sell stuff to you. And also this whole facade that everybody's buddies in multi-level marketing and they're not competing against each other, in my opinion, is a myth. And also getting gaslit to hell that, MLM isn't making a difference in their business and that they never watch it. I think that's a lie. I think this video shows it's a lie because why did they go live together?
In my opinion, they did this live just so anti-MLM would react to it. Like, I think that was the entire point. You said yesterday you thought it was a PR move from corporate, but no, I think it was a response to Aaron.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I think you're right on that. I think like after you said that, I was like, that has to be it because Aaron is the number one person that gets underneath everyone's skin in the empire in the best way possible. She definitely makes a way because she was one of the original group of people who went to prove it from Modere. And then people from the group kept leaving until they kept getting cropped out of pictures on Jesse Lee's pictures and other team members' pictures. And then
which I love finding the originals. I've done that a few times.
We should do a timeline. We should do a timeline stream.
We should, because I found the one she posted for Courtney's last birthday. I found the original, and it wasn't Aaron that she cropped out.
Oh boy, that's wild. Lisa, welcome to the Snarky Squirrel Society. Holy moly! I'm gonna play this song and then we'll kind of get right into it.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe in the sky.
All right. Here we go. The sasshole has entered the chat.
Could you imagine Brandy Lee and I on a stream together?
Oh my
gosh.
That would be the best. Brandy Lee, y'all should do it. You should do it on you can use my StreamYard and you can stream to your channel, Jessica, or your channel, Brandy Lee.
I know nothing about YouTube.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Come on, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, my hobby is gaslighting DC into thinking I'm an idiot.
Oh my gosh. I ran this video through and I did take a screenshot of where we stopped because Jessica is just adding value to the streams because I obviously wasn't going to take a screenshot the last time. Why can't I resize this? Oh my god. Hold on. God dang it. There we go. There we go. There we go. We'll just put it in the corner. And let me just grab the screenshot. And no, none of the pictures. So we took the quotes from the Grinch where he's going hate it, or hate, double hate, loathe entirely, and that's the names of the 3 streams. So that's what we're doing here today. Because there's 3, right, or 4? I don't. We'll figure it out. There's at least 4 possibilities of lines, and that's why we named this what it was. Yes, and Brandy plus XCal would burn down the channel. Yes, they would. 100%. Yeah. Yes, they would. Okay. Instagram, hello. Facebook, hello. X, I don't know if it's still on fire over there, but hello. If you want to come hang out with most of the chatters, we're over here on the YouTubes. I'm trying to find the screenshot. It's on my desktop. It's just in the yesterday's deal. Screenshot. We're at 125.48. I've never felt less technical difficulties than I do right now. Okay.
Apparently, we're renaming the channel.
Oh, what are we renaming it?
I don't know.
Yes, chaos personified, chaos squared. I don't know. There's something with chaos. I do love that. I will never call it that. X, Twitter. I know. I was just. It says X now instead of Twitter. I'm just like, who does that? Elon Musk does it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Add to stage. Pretty okay. We just got some borders, and we're going to 1.
Oh, wrong way.
Yeah, center yourself. All right, 125. We have to get through this today. We are going to feed into Aaron's stream tonight. So if you want to have a super long YouTube day, hang out in the chat.
Oh, Aaron's stream's gonna be so good. We previewed it. So I made so many predictions in April that came true.
That's awesome. The word tweet is a verb is in the dang dictionary. It's wild to me that he would try to change it. I mean, yeah. Hey, Harper, what's up? Everybody, if I didn't say hi to you, hello. Long stream. Yep. It's gonna be a good 2-parters. Aaron's our inside source for all things Empire. Yep, 100%. Here we go.
Because we never had to have those. We were just there for her, to support her, and loved each other through her. Now we love each other because we've had hard conversations and we have spent more time together, and it's been, without her here physically. So it's totally different.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful for technology that you actually can talk even from far away. It's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, you still haven't.
I think he seems like he's kind of, I don't know if he's actually emotional, but he seemed like he got emotional for a second. And again, everyone's going to say like, oh, you're saying they don't like each other. Jessica, what happened yesterday on stream when we were watching them?
She was talking and he was literally like, okay, next question. And every time he asked her a question, Courtney's like, wait, let me answer.
Yeah. And she was like, oh no, I'm going to tell everybody about your experience you had with somebody else. which is wild. And then they were talking about a half orgasm at one point, and then Courtney was like, "Oh yeah, I saw it on your face," and I was like, too TMI. Oh, my brain's melting like thinking back to it. So there's just the shocking happened. The shocking happened in the shock marketing yesterday. So if you missed the stream yesterday, you can go watch it. But be forewarned, it is not a listen with kids around stream.
No.
Here we go.
On your schedule every week. Just kidding.
Trying.
That was his idea. He's like, listen, we need to like have a hangout once a week. But you know, it's holidays. Life's been chaotic for both of us.
Well, maybe we can do a TV show. Who knows?
Play it off like y'all didn't respond to Aaron's live and go live to like do I don't
Damage control.
Damage freaking control. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Listen,
you know, like
we don't need that. It'll ruin. TV shows ruin people.
Yeah. Well,
This would be our
when I say TV show, I mean live.
Like, we'll have
like style a TV show, like once a week kind of thing that people, you know, making popcorn.
Regular.
I'm sure that there is a lot of people watching right now with popcorn, for sure.
I wrote
Us? Are you talking about haters right now? We don't
Coffee, bitch.
coffee and alcohol. What are you talking about? And water. I know that we have some awesome sober buddies in the chat, but like definitely not drinking ketones, sir. A silent TV show? We could mute him and then just look at pets the whole time. Oh my god. They make comments like this that makes me believe that this is intentional, that it wasn't just them wanting to talk with each other on live and have this like, we're so awesome about I don't know, ketones, and like we're so good with each other, because then they make comments about the haters watching. So I think I missed this. Brandy Lee just upgraded to Secret Squirrel Squad, and I know I hate to ruin your day like this, but I am gonna play Careless Whisper kazoo version right now with a squirrel dancing on top of the table, and I'm gonna apologize to you right now. And I think you can. Oh, geez. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brandy Lee. I'll get the non-Careless Whisper version, but I'm gonna say I'm sorry, oh god, I had to play it.
wrote down from Kristen. Was it just you and Avi in the room when she passed?
Yes.
And that's I will say, like, there's multiple answers to that, and because we don't want to offend people, is that the moments that we were with her were her last fully conscious moments.
What the fuck?
What? She's like, you offend people? Why don't you just have some dignity and like let somebody have their dignity and not share their last moments with other people? Like, are you freaking kidding me? I don't.
We share your last conscious moments. We're more important. Fuck off. Like, her parents were there too. We know that.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they're just diminishing her family's involvement in the end because they want to continue the facade of Jessie Lee not being close to her parents to amplify their closeness to Jessie Lee, in my opinion.
And to what end? It's just an ego trip. It feels like an ego trip because if you actually cared about the people who were closest to her, you wouldn't do this shit.
Is it to get her customers?
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, the cynicism is probably needed because that's probably it. I think it's an ego trip and it's probably calculated so that they can boost their customer base, which is so shitty to think about. Oh, yep. Everyone's saying yes, Jess, exactly. Yep.
What, like, how many people, for some reason, find Avi attractive and somehow his relationship with Jesse Lee amplifies that attraction? Like, how many people are gonna join to get close to him?
Oh, I think that's super fair. I mean, we see that with fans, with celebrities all the time. It's that parasocial thing, and
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to happen. I'm sure that's going to happen, especially with Avi. Ugh. Have I looked up the probate case? Erin has a couple of times, and she said that the Jesse Lee's dad is
I found that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jessica found that.
I,
Oh, please.
I let Erin take all the credit. Erin's the queen. But no, I'm like, oh my god, it says Dennis.
Yep. So
Yeah.
he's fighting something, correct? Can you tell us the deets of what you read?
I just thought he's the one that contested it, and it cost him like $2.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because it shows you the accounting for the case. It shows you how much everyone's contributed to the case.
Yeah. And so apparently a couple of people have sent it to Aaron. Bam, the lawyer cat is an actual lawyer. So maybe I'll be texting you and asking you about more stuff because I'm Collin County is the county. Interesting. The idea of using the passing of a loved one to promote your drink powders, the truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah. Those are just court costs. Interesting. So there's more costs associated with it. Interesting. Oh, we need to turn this on faster, dear God. Yikes.
She changed for the best when she met Avi.
What?
So grateful for how you loved her. She loved him so.
Why I can see those comments? Oh, they write it in the
Yeah,
box.
they're not the question box. Just scroll up.
No, I don't. I can see the question. Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, y'all getting Jamie coming in protective over here. Oh,
who?
So connected to us, connected to Jesse Lee with us two together. Sorry, I'm going through like you guys talking back and forth, trying to find the really.
Why I can't see all these comments?
Maybe because
they
stop at a certain point. I'm really mad and sad that you two couldn't live out your love story for years and years. They lived. I think I don't know. I've told you this multiple times. So I would love to know how your perspective is shifting as time is passing. You know, like I've said it to you because I know for myself, and we tell each other constantly. Like he said it to me a couple times in this live, and I've said it to him. Like all is according to plan. We do utilize that. We were given that message, you guys, almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
What message? A cult message? I say this. I know there are people that are grieving the loss of Jesse Lee. What are you saying that it's all according to plan? Someone left a comment on the last video, and I want to read it really quickly because it was I thought a really good comment about this whole point of all is according to plan. And it said, and Wombat Noombat said it, but it's sad that they say Jesse Lee chose to transition. No, she died. And it's the same idea as all according to plan. They're rewriting history and creating a magical backstory to worship her and build a fantasy that she was above a regular, normal human. To do anything else would mean that they must admit that she was a regular person who got a horrible diagnosis, that none of the woo treatments worked. that she didn't have the magical solution of extreme positivity and superhuman strength that eradicated her cancer. They can now push the narrative that she chose to die for a higher purpose. And this is what cults do. And I think that's like really on point for this idea. It is at least parallel to the idea of what they're saying is all is according to plan. No. And it's still sad. All of it, if it's not this somehow like interconnected, everything is mapped out for this bigger purpose, that it's still sad. It's still sad that somebody got an awful disease and her family misses her. Her family misses her. And her friends do, except they're profiting off of her loss.
And I don't think dying was her plan.
Yeah, it wasn't her plan.
It wasn't.
We have hundreds of hours of video, of live streamed videos and Zoom calls, and the hundreds of thousands of dollars that she spent to try to get better. So how can they say now that it's according to plan that she transitioned? You know, like, it's offensive to how like adamantly she was fighting the cancer, even though she was doing it in the kind of woo pseudoscience avenues. She believed what she was trying to do, but it wasn't like she was like, oh, I've decided that it's better for me to transition. No, she didn't. No, absolutely not.
Well, to our knowledge, there wasn't a point where she was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing the coffee. And it was like, to our knowledge, she kept on doing her thing until she physically couldn't. Like, she didn't stop those things because she chose to. She couldn't continue them because everything happened so fast at the end.
Yep. And Bam the Lawyer Cat said it's horribly sad that someone that young would get that diagnosis. But the doctor that told her the truth still deserves better than her comments. For sure. Calling him a chemo pimp? No. Profiting off of her loss is beyond disrespectful. She didn't want to die, she wanted to live. And we saw that for how like misplaced the foundation of her like treatment was in its efficacy. She did that wanting to live. And for these two chicken nuggets to say it's offensive that they don't even remember what she was about. They don't seem to remember what she was about. So
how could you spin that to sell ketones or recruit people?
Yeah.
The truth, you can't.
Yeah. It feels, yes, these lint liquors, 100%. As an ex-cancer patient, I was so upset and angry at Jessie Lee Ward, but now these two need to let her rest in peace and shut the hell up. Yeah. Yep. 100%.
And it was intentional. And so it's not just us, right? Like I asked for it to be posted so that it could be for all of you. And that's just who she was. That's how she lived. And the last 2.5 years,
she did it so it could be for all of them. All of the independent contractors in her downline in the empire. Should I rewind that?
What's she talking about?
She transitioned for the betterment of everybody on the empire. That's essentially the idea that I'm picking up from I'm just gonna rewind it for like 30 seconds. 28.
Because I know for myself, and we tell each other constantly, like, he said it to me a couple times in this live, and I've said it to him, like, all is according to plan. We do utilize that. We were given that message, you guys, almost immediately. Mm-hmm. And it was intentional. And so it's not just us, right? Like I asked for it to be posted so that it could be for all of you. And that's just who she was. That's how
I asked for it to be posted. So she's talking about the message of all according to plan so that everybody could know that it was all according to plan. Still twisty. Still twisty. Still super twisty. And then also Eloise has done a video on coffee enemas if y'all want to see a knowledgeable science-based person who's working and in her field. Eloise said, I still think the coffee enemas and other treatments actually accelerated her illness.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How she lived, and the last 2.5 years, she lived like lifetimes. I have lived lifetimes with her, and I've been close, and I will say intimate, like just an intimate relationship for 3 years. But I mean, she was there at my birth when my son's 5.5. Like that. She's been there for very intimate moments. She was the only one at my wedding a year later. You know, like there's these.
Even though we're really close friends, I will never describe it as an intimate relationship.
Good.
What?
6 months, 7 months later, she holds such a unique place in my heart, and I will say over the last 2.5, 3 years, we lived most of those lifetimes. And I look at the past year that they've had, I will say, like, they've even had and it's not enough. It's never enough, because it's not enough for me.
Yeah.
It's not enough for me. But I was joking with Aviram one time. I'm like, the amount of photos that you guys have together, like professionally, like we never got that. I would never ask. I wanted it, but I would never ask. It would just happen. Aviram didn't ask for it either. It just so happened that when they were together, like of course they would.
That's a lie. She did ask for it. She hyper focused on Jessie Lee to become very good friends with her. She said that in her lives. So
I think she's talking about professional pictures.
oh, okay. I was confused because I was like, she went from closeness to pictures, and I'm like, listen, I skip around subject all the time. Y'all see me, but I'm like confused. I'm having a hard time following this.
I'm stoned. I can't follow this. What?
See, that's why Jessica is the brains of this operation. Your next level focus is what we're all here for. Oh, geez. That might be it, Eclectic Mima.
If there was a photographer and he was with her, is my point.
Listen,
But I would never ask for those, and I just don't. I'm like,
Yep.
I wanted a
You're
photo
right.
shoot, like a best friend photo shoot, and like there's things that
Oh my
it's
god.
never enough.
Never. I promise not to derail the chat, but
Derail it.
if you come visit, have you seen those reels where people go to JCPenney dressed up in like Goodwill 90s clothes and take bestie pictures?
Oh
You
my
gotta do that.
Oh my god. Yes, I mean, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. It can be, and I want to. Rosie's really good about adding nuance to this conversation, but it can be a sign of complicated grief. I'm sure it is. Does it still make it right to make money off of your friends passing away? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Like, it can be complex, and you can still be doing wrong shit.
Although I have a nice camera, we can just make someone take nice pictures of us and save money, because
Yeah, or
I'm a
Harper
cheap
too, and
bitch.
there can be 3 of us. We just get a little remote.
Exactly.
Get a little remote.
Ow, I have a few of those.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what we should do? We should just get green fabric and take it on there, and then we can find old school like backdrops for like JCPenney, and we'll put ourselves on it. You know what I mean?
I have a blue blanket.
That'll work. Blue will work. Blue or
Yeah.
green will work.
I have a yellow house.
That's gonna work. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I'm glad that we are helping with your day. We're never gonna get through this video.
No.
Oh jeez. We'll have to live stream it so people can enjoy the awkwardness of us like taking pictures together.
I guess.
There's never enough time. There's never enough moments. There's never enough photos or videos or anything like that. And
There's never enough.
but when I look at, even when I've looked at photos and I think back to the last year and the amount
That'd be
of
a
places
platform.
that you even got to go, like when I say the last 3 years for you guys, it was like ever since you were able to quit, it was like the last 3 months you were maybe less. I don't know, but it feels like
since like June and mid May.
And there were so many lifetimes within that, and just God aligning so many things. The fact that you got to go to Israel, and then you got to take her and get a new country point, and you guys went to, like, it's just
and to know my family too. That was like amazing experience, like amazing.
And the way that aligned too, it was like
Los Center is very, very dead. Like, there's nothing left there. Like, no.
Yeah. I'm glad you started this at this time since I'll be able to watch. Awesome eclectic meanwhile. Yeah. We Aaron pushed her live up a little bit, and we're like, we are long-winded bitches. So we had to move it. That was actually Jessica's idea. If you're wondering what the smart idea was about, it was Jessica's idea.
Oh my gosh. You give me too much credit.
I have the receipt, so I can just show the chat. It's all you. So, oh my god.
it was not really fully like, is it? I don't know. What are we doing? And then all of a sudden it just fully came together, and just like all things were meant to happen for your family to experience her the way that they did.
Yeah.
Even while they were on the trip, one of his best friends, female friends, like ends up being in Israel when she actually lives in Utah, right? She lives.
Yeah.
The one that came to Salt Lake and we saw her. Like, you just happen to be like, that's just wild.
This is wild, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
When it got emotional, that's whenever somebody.
So there's a 3-piece painting behind her, or it might be just one big painting of Wookie and Kumba and Jessie Lee. And so when Courtney moves her head, you can see it. So yes, she has it behind her. Here's my question. If you got something and you thought that was special, why wouldn't you put it in a place that you could appreciate it, but it wasn't coming across as exploitative for everybody else?
Because you want to exploit it.
I'm not asking any more questions. Oh god. I'm like, maybe she didn't mean it that way, but it's like, I guess she did, Is he even listening to her? I don't think so. Because I'm on an airplane, I'm announcing my arrival and departure. I'm off to bed. Can't wait to catch the stream tomorrow morning. Lynn, have a good night.
That's when they were talking, and Kristen wanted to give us a hug, give you a hug, sending so much love.
Hug back.
We were answering the question. You two are great that you're.
Unfortunately, this is the same live from yesterday. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. It's a long. All right, bye, Tommen.
There for each other. Thank you. How did I meet Jessie Lee? Let me see if there's anything else.
We already
get a camera crew, Abby. Have them follow around. Reality show.
Yeah, I'm not good with camera. I'm still working on it. I'm working on my camera skills.
Yeah, sometimes you're more natural than others.
Who,
I'm proud
me?
of you.
Yeah. Am I natural?
No, like sometimes you're more. It's more like you are in person, and then sometimes it's like I just because I know you, I can tell that you're like just. I don't know the right word to say it, but I can tell you're like thinking about what you're saying more than you do in person. Like you don't have to stop and think about it. You just let it flow and be natural. And some moments where you're more natural, more obvi natural, not like.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on it. I'm just a newbie, but I.
Can I just ask why Courtney's giving him live streaming advice? Or no? Is that mean? That's mean.
She's the best.
Yeah. I'm looking for Eloise. Yeah, that's fine, Eloise. Oh my god, welcome to Snarkies, Tommen. Welcome. I'll have to play this and then we'll get back to it.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
Welcome. Eloise is going to be having a live stream on Sunday, and she'll be giving the details in the chat for y'all.
I can't hide shit. Like, so I got confirmed as a Catholic, and they
what?
made a Catholic. So when you're like a teenager, you get like super baptized in the Catholic Church. And they like make you take, they don't make you, they highly encourage you to take the communion wine. And like, I to this day don't drink wine. And so my dad's in the back of the church. He was a Catholic, but he was there. And he watched my face and had to leave the church because I'm like, and he's like, oh my God, I gotta leave. And he left the church.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Jessica
Face hides nothing.
does not hide anything, which is why we mostly laugh in these live streams and we don't finish the video.
How did I survive our Zoom calls with our boss?
I don't know. Holy crap. Wendy had a question. Are these people on the same team? This is also why we looked at this video, because we wondered with all the time that Avi spent with Courtney, because Courtney was self-proclaimed best friend of Jesse Lee Ward, that they were around a lot, that why didn't he join her team? He did not. He joined Jenny, Elizabeth, and Josh's team. That's just strange to me.
Party boy Josh.
Party boy Josh. Yes. I don't know. I don't know. And I believe that Jesse Lee treated her poorly. Absolutely.
We saw it.
Yeah, we totally saw
Saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you're reading Brandy Lee's comment right now.
Learn how to
You
fly.
don't know me.
I do know you.
See this one? Did you see this last night? Is it gonna do it?
Oh, with
There it is.
oh, fireworks. Wait, okay. Let it try like that.
I don't know why I did the smile, but I did.
Damn, that's cool.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Okay.
Great.
Next question.
Watching her fall in love with Aviram. She was so guarded with her heart at first. Then you could watch her just become so open in love, and it was so beautiful. I like that point. I will say that yes, Aviram had a lot to do with it for sure, but
Why is he doing the stream with her? Good question. Because damage control. Because Aaron and everybody in the chat were like, why didn't he join Courtney's team? And so they're like, oh my God, we have to show that we're still friends. Well,
No.
this is a good portrayal of friendship. I'll be sarcastic and say that. Yes. Perfectly said. They have to pretend like they like each other. Yep. I rarely saw Jesse Lee Ward treat anyone in any other way than poorly, in my opinion. That's not just her, it's the MLM model. I think that's fair. I mean, I knew some nice people in multi-level marketing, but I think it's always power moves to keep people buying in for their monthly order so you continue getting paid. I think that's what it boils down to. So
she was still so guarded.
Yeah. In
Immensely.
the beginning, I mean, when she stopped to be guarded, that was March when she stopped to be guarded.
So there was a podcast that was that she had found in February, and I remember the first time she had sent it to me. It was my surgery for my appendicitis was 6 days before her resection surgery.
like it
And
it's the
she
same
was in
thing.
the hospital, and she's like, "Have you listened to it yet? It's just changed everything for me." And it was a woman who was in a coma, and her family believed in her and loved her, and she hid it from the world and everyone that she was sick. She didn't want to share, and she's like, "Well, you could tell I was sick. Like I was withering away before my family's eyes, but no one would talk about it because I wouldn't let them."
Is she really revealing this on a live stream right now? I'm
What
confused.
fuck?
I'm just gonna rewind it for 30 seconds. Hold on.
In the beginning, I mean, when she stopped to be guarded, that was March when she stopped to be guarded.
So there was a podcast that was that she had found in February, and I remember the first time she had sent it to me. It was my surgery for my appendicitis was 6 days before her resection surgery. And she was in the hospital, and she's like, "Have you listened to it yet? It's just changed everything for me." And it was a woman who was in a coma, and her family believed in her and loved her, and she hid it from the world and everyone that she was sick. She didn't want to share, and she's like, "Well, you could tell I was sick. Like, I was withering away before my family's eyes, but no one would talk about it because I wouldn't let them." And she had this like full out of body experience, and that shifted everything. From that point forward, Jessie Lee created such radical change for herself that what was so amazing, and I just can't even imagine
talking about the book.
Yeah.
Falling in love with this person and trying to figure out how to navigate life, because she changed so fast. Like, I remember thinking to myself, like, I know her sometimes in some ways better than she knew herself. And it took me a long time to even believe that about me, but I'm pretty good, you know? And then it was like, nope, I have no clue what she's going to say or how she's going to answer or what's going to come out of her mouth. She surprises me all the time.
Then how did Erin continually like tell people what Jessie Lee was going to say on her live streams when she was selling shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I'm confused.
Well, like, Jessie Lee was like the most predictable person ever.
Yeah, I mean, we had 10 years of content, and there was over 500 episodes of her podcast. You kind of get to know somebody, and then you're saying that she's radically different. Maybe you're saying, okay, in private she was, but doesn't some of your personal stuff or who you are come out on a, like, when you have a lot of content out there? Like, doesn't some of it carry over? But I thought it would. And yeah, predictable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You want me to say how hey, Milani and Mayela, love you ladies.
He's off.
How I met Jessie Lee. I met Jessie Lee on the internet first. We were in a company together. We were sideline. I had actually, my ex, I just strictly told, like,
Jessica.
This was the part I hopped on where I was talking about where, like, he's not even in this conversation anymore. Like, he's checked the fuck out.
Yep. Yeah, Jessie Lee never kept her illness to herself. Yep. And I mean, Eric Worre was the one that told everybody officially about her being sick. Like, people knew earlier than that, but he blurted it out.
It was my ex-best friend. Like, I knew her, and then we became best friends in this company because I was direct to her. But I watched her be acquired, and I knew that happened to Jessie Lee too, by another company. I saw her on our Facebook page, and I just fell in love with her trainings, and I just started watching her on there. And then I met her in person. This was right before live started. Like, you couldn't do live videos or anything like that. Instagram wasn't popular at this point. But I would start, like, as soon as
Tish, here's the highlight from yesterday. Courtney was talking about how getting some kind of massage was like so incredible, and that her chair was like pressing into her back. And then Avi the one that said it's like a half orgasm. And then Courtney said, "Oh yeah, I saw your face go there." What? Yeah. Yep. He's swiping as we watch. He might be. Dylan?
As soon as I met her and got a photo with her, I would like refresh and start to look her up and like, what's she doing? And then she got terminated. Then they sent an email and they were like, "Don't follow her, you better block her." And I was like, oh, well, there's always three sides of the story. You know, I'm watching. Like, this is a reality TV show for me. And I was a stalker. So I just stalked, calmly.
But yesterday she said they were soulmates destined here. Which one is it? I just have answers.
We're soul. Yeah, if you want to, Tish. Yeah, let me grab the link for you. Invite, copy.
We're fucked. We're so fucked.
We're never finishing this. Okay, I'm sending Tish on Instagram. Tish. What? Christ. All right. Tish is invited.
Being collectively, like some of y'all really need to get it together. But I was a calm and collective stalker. But
Isn't stalking like something you can go to jail for? No? Yes? If you like, can you go to jail for stalking? Can you go to jail for stalking? How is stalking penalized where I live, which is Texas? An offense labeled as stalking is considered a third-degree felony. This charge can carry up to 2 to 10 years in prison and a fine up to $10,000 for the first offense. Okay.
But
Okay.
how do they define stalking legally?
That's a good question. Stalking and harassment. See, Wendy knows. Wendy knows. It's not cute or sexy. It's scary and a crime. Ding, ding, ding. Yes.
yeah, that was how. And then I joined her. I finally told her I was ready after 6 months or 10 months of watching. But my daughter was 6 months old, and the day before, the day after, I sent her the message that was like, "We're ready," and she's like, "Well, we talked for a couple days," and I was like, "We're gonna join next week, or I'm going to, but I don't have enough money." And she's like, "Well, if you join now, you can have these." It's like this thing that they do, and I was like, "Okay." So I just split my cards, 2 cards, and in order to do that, I had to wait. And so the next morning, I got this email, and then Joshua's friendship of 18 years just like went down the drain because it was like a fight and all these crazy things, and that was another way that God worked because.
I'm confused at how the friendship of 18 years disintegrated. I'm curious.
We'll never know.
And how that led into some type of like all the stars aligned for you to use 2 credit cards to sign up for Prove It because it's hella expensive for all the inventory. I'm just
That's even how she joined Prove It from what I've read in live chats.
go ahead.
Well, Cindy's here. Cindy's being quite vocal about her fronting the money for Courtney to join Prove It. Sorry, Cindy, for airing out your shit, but you've been very honest about that.
Yep. It's kind of the same type of playing up of a story that Jessie Lee did when she was saying she just needed $300 for rent when she was actually living in her mom's basement. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
The
needed
same
$400. The thing is, I needed $400 for rent one time, so I got a fucking job. Wow.
Oh, shocker. Texas law defines stalking as a course of conduct, threats, calls, following at a specific person that causes a reasonable person to be fearful. Yeah. She's a self-proclaimed stalker and he is a catfisher. Yeah. Weird. JL was scamming people until the end, and that's sad. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
I felt from the moment that I started following her that closely, I felt this connection to her. And I was like, we're going to be close one day. I never told anyone, though. I was like, you're crazy. You're really stalking her because everybody thinks that. And so I was never trying to, I was always trying to insert myself, but never trying to be like, let me just constantly tag along and just show up places. It was like God was just always bringing us together. And so then after I joined her, I met her and Aviram whenever we walked out, and you took us to that place to eat. And we walked out, and I was kind of in the back of the group, and I just stopped in my tracks because we walk out of the building, and the first place that we see is exactly where I met Jessie Lee for the first time since joining her, like exact place that I see her, or in Utah at this event, and it was at the fountain, and that was where her and Madeline had this moment. The first time she met Madeline, and I took photos of them where Madeline's like touching the water, and yeah, so that's how we met. Fast forward, there's a lot more to it, but.
He's not paying attention.
To watch her, and I'm all in. Yep, exactly, Frida.
Told ya.
You were all in for that next mastermind to meet her. It's just wild.
Very wild.
Wild.
I want to hear them answer your question too. Wait, you replied?
But how I met Jesse Lee, we just talked about it.
No.
Bumble, Dylan, Bumble.
No. They were tagging someone and telling her, I'm so sorry to ask this. I didn't even read the full thing. Let me read it before I decide.
Okay, all right. Read it and then decide.
I'll just read it. Okay. I'm so sorry to ask this, but did JL know she was going to pass, or did she truly believe she was beating this? You don't have to answer that if it's a bad question. So I'll also give a different way. I'm sorry.
I had like a. Yeah. So I didn't hear the question. Huh?
I'm going to reframe it. There was another way that this was asked to me, and I don't know if this is how you're meaning it, but this is how I'm going to answer it. I actually had Stormy Wellington at GoPro ask me, did she ever at any point accept that she was going to transition? Like, did she ever accept it? Is what she asked me, and I was like, you're the first person to ever ask me that. And she's like, I would just have to know because my mom never accepted it. And I gave 2 answers for this. I'll give mine, and then does that help you understand what they're asking?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't like this.
He does not like it. He does not.
No.
In our opinion.
She's crossing a line right here in our opinion.
For sure. Yeah, Stormy Wellington talked to her at some kind of event. Jesse Lee shared the stage with Stormy Wellington so many times, and Stormy Wellington outperformed Jesse Lee as someone who made $1 million earners. She had way more $1 million earners under her than Jesse Lee ever did. And maybe Jesse Lee earned more money, but Stormy outperformed her in many ways, in my opinion. And I'm not saying I'm a fan of Stormy Wellington at all. Oh. So I answered it. Who's it? Tish, let me fix our camera. Hello, how are you? Got a puppy.
Earbuds. Hello.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear you.
Oh, try to fix the Can you hear us now?
Nope.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me, Jessica?
Yeah.
Let me check my.
It's a Tish issue.
I'm not sure what's happening, but I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you try hold on.
She can't hear us.
I'm gonna type it, Jessica.
Hang on. My speaker. Okay.
Hello?
Hello? Yay! I can hear you.
Okay.
But now there's an echo.
Oh, is
No. Never
Is there an
mind.
echo?
I think
No.
we're
Okay.
No.
There may be when the video plays, so I might have to get my earbuds. But hello, good morning, everybody.
Hello, this is Tish. She has a channel here on the internet, and she is an awesome anti-MLM creator, specializing in lots of different things, but the fluffery of WFAB and iGenius and Ray Higdon and Veronica Schreier. Whatever her name is now. What other companies do you?
Anagic.
Anagic.
Is a big problem in Australia.
Mm.
Optavia.
Oh yeah, Optavia. Yes.
Ugh.
You cover a ton of companies. So if you want to go sub to Tish, the link is over here on YouTube. Nightbot has it. So the chaos is about to escalate. So we're here.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Cindy gave Courtney the money to start and prove it. And Courtney literally is lying about having to use 2 credit cards to start and prove it. Are we shocked? I'm not shocked. Optavia, you mean? Yes.
Nope.
Yep. Yikes. All right, here we go.
Like this for her. I said she was never she was going to beat this up until the very last moment. Even when, and I'm giving 2 answers. Even when she was given days to live, we still set goals for the day. We were still getting through this. We were on track. We were expressing our lungs. There were still moments.
We were expressing our lungs. There were still moments. It's not about you, Courtney. Like, what What are you talking about? We were still doing all this. She was the one that was dying of cancer, not you. It's so irritates me that she keeps saying we were still doing all this stuff. No, the only person that was dying was Jessie Lee, and you keep like tying yourself to her. What?
Mhm.
Oh my god, it's so distasteful. Oh, I can't believe she's saying this. Oh, Natasha has sent you some bats, Tish.
Ah. Cute.
Here we go.
That week, within like, remember that night I was kept in there. They kept trying to tell me to leave, and I was like, you better get the doctor in here right now. Like, right now. She was like, why is Jessie Lee did it. I was like, you did it. You got them to come in here because they weren't listening to her. She was like, why is no one helping me? Like, she screamed at them. I want the doctor right now. And in that moment, after she had this like exchange with me, she's like, that just made me feel something. I was like, okay. She's like, we'll talk after. And after he walked out, she was like, he doesn't think I'm going to die from the cancer. And it gave her even more hope in that moment. When I look back on that week, like the last.
That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she had hope in the moment when what happened. Come on now.
Yeah. But like, even if so her doctor had hope that she was going to beat the cancer. So
No, that she wouldn't die from the cancer. Not that she wouldn't die, that she wouldn't die from the cancer.
Oh, it was the what is it called? The acides, the complications from that.
Yeah.
Damn.
She's leaving that part out.
Maybe that's where all the rumors started. You know, the rumors of, oh, she didn't die of cancer, she died of something else because she said something like that. Maybe that's what fueled the rumors.
Yeah. Metastasis? Oh, okay. I thought it was like the swelling that she was experiencing in her abdomen was acides, and that created infection in her abdomen, but I don't know. I don't think that's what the doctor meant. Something secondary was killing her. Yeah. Yep. And then people took it as she was beating the cancer with her alternative course of treatments. So, yikes.
This photo of her in Aviram, that's just a normal photo. When I look back as who I am, knowing what happened today, I could see it in her face, but I wasn't meant to see it in the time. That her subconscious and her spirit knew what was happening. And when I look back on the whole experience, it's why she refused to go to the hospital. It was the thing that she knew how powerful her mind was the entire time, that she refused to break the placebo effect that she had worked so hard to create for herself. Yeah. And in every moment, we were fighting the whole time, all the way through. And in the last moments that I was talking to Jessie Lee, and she was asking me, and I've shared this before, to help her breathe, and I was just pouring my own energy into her lungs. I truly feel like in the moments of me saying, like,
go ahead.
Oh, we have the same face as us.
Yeah, he does. He does.
What?
Did she seriously just say placebo effect, that she refused to break the placebo effect by going to the hospital? Like, what?
She said the quiet thing out loud.
Yeah.
We're acknowledging that the treatments didn't work. It was a placebo. Like, that's what that means. And you, Courtney, the hero of the day, were helping this dying woman breathe. It was you, was it? My goodness, the martyrdom here. Like,
yeah, the martyrdom and the ego, the fact that you have to say, like, one, that you did everything with a person, and then that you were all doing stuff together, and somehow your participation was helping. I don't think so at all. Like, what is going on? Brian, what's up? This is like uncomfortable that Courtney continues to overshare private stuff like this. Like, come on. And I know people are going to say, then why are you covering it? Because she's doing it in the context of trying to sell ketones. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Exactly.
That's a Knox head tilt right there, the WTF look. How's your puppy growing right now?
Oh, he's teeny tiny, but still going.
So you have to take care of him and feed him and everything and keep him alive?
Every 4 hours also.
I'm glad that he's growing though. That's awesome. That's awesome. Here you go.
I love you. I've got you, because she was on me, leaning on me, and Aviram was right there.
Oh.
I truly feel like me saying, like, I've got you. You're safe. I love you. I feel like that was that moment, because right after was when she was like choosing, like, okay, this is it.
Oh.
And because she was fighting so hard and she was in so much pain. And so for me, I feel like that exchange of energy that we felt with each other was her saying, I can go. And
so you were the one that helped her to transition? Are you serious right now? Like, what?
She's not even looking at the camera at the moment. She's not even. This is just a monologue for her, you know?
Yeah.
It's not true from what we've been told. Like, she's lying.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that is,
then
yeah, go ahead.
why were you not welcome at the funeral if you had helped her go to the transition to that pathway? Why were you why did what happened afterwards happen if you were this linked to her, you know?
Yep. Because actions have consequences, and then she doesn't want to realize that she behaved her way out of getting to go to the funeral, and she just has to cling to any things, and then she puts it like that they're actually important. She creates the importance herself, and it's delusional, in my opinion. Yeah.
This is actually a thing.
Really?
It's called in the life midwifery. I have a friend who actually does that.
That's super
wow.
cool. I hope that
It's
Courtney
quite-
does to it.
Yeah, fuck Courtney. No, it's bad, bad.
Do you think that there's a conversation that happened after this live stream where Avi yelled at her or did something? Because like this type of look on Avi's face, if I'm having that conversation with someone, that's kind of like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like a death duelist. Yeah,
I meant doula, not midwife. My bad.
it's okay. You've been coming up all the words that I couldn't think of the whole stream, so I'm sure
They're related.
they are related for sure.
was she ever going to consciously break the placebo effect? And if you don't know, you just have to read the book by Joe Dispenza.
Oh my god.
Oh
She had worked
god,
so hard to create
that
herself to build.
explains it.
Essentially, don't think that you're sick. Don't even have those thoughts in your head, and you won't get sick. That's essentially like the pseudo-y science-y of this placebo type stuff. That's not the exact thing, but that's the type of things that this book espouses, which is wrong. It's absolutely like incorrect. It twists science so much, and it's just it targets people, and then they don't get the medical help that they need, which is awful. It's awful.
Yeah.
Man. Could Avi steal Courtney's downline? No. You have to go inactive and prove it. And then I think you may have to request to transfer to somebody's line if you reactivate. So it's kind of hard. I think he is trying to get as much attention as possible and get either Jesse Lee's old customers and just get new people who are parasocially interested in this whole situation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's that residual. You see, because she had to toe the line of not being too, like she everybody gave her grace for public grieving, even though I thought, it was still too much and you should have keep some for yourself,
Yeah.
but now it's like, well, what can I share now and what can I get away with now that I can connect more to her and make sure everybody remembers that I was her best friend. Everybody remember, I was her best friend. That's me.
Yep.
Because I'm going to guess that maybe she's had a bit of a downfall in either team members or sales. So,
Yep.
you know.
And when you don't have your best friend stacking in the recruits to your downline, and don't know how to recruit people yourself in a meaningful way, you're going to have a loss of income, because I'm sure there's a churn where there were people who are staying with Courtney because Courtney was on Jesse Lee's team. And now that Jesse Lee isn't there, they're like, I can look into other multi-level marketing companies now because Jesse Lee's not there. So I'm sure it's complicated, and I'm sure she's losing income for sure. I'd be so pissed if anybody ever spoke this way about my deceased loved one. Just remembering that I broke up with a guy for a similar reason. It's wild. It's wild to listen to this. It's wild to listen to what Courtney spills for clout. And
well, like, it's crazy for me as someone, I guess it wasn't that recent, but being in that position, like, I wouldn't sit here and tell you those details on a live.
yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. Her family told me Jesse Lee was using them all. So who freaking knows? Yeah, that's from Cindy. Interesting.
No, she's never going to do that.
Yeah. Wow, those are hard questions.
You said we're going to talk about everything. There's some really you just wait till you see the screenshots of these questions. Some of them I'm like, no. How long have you and Jesse Lee been best friends? I told this story a couple times.
Oh,
the
God.
best friend words did not come, even though all the actions were there. I actually told it on the social.
Even though that we were inextricably close, even though we were doing all the things together, even though she was my godkid's parents, even though all this stuff, even though she could have said it earlier, but she chose not to. She's going to tell us a date, because why would you say all that stuff? Just say, look, I think we've been best friends for 2 years. I felt closer to her for longer, but she felt closer to me for less time. How hard is that to say?
Yeah, she would say that.
You're telling me you don't remember the exact date we became best friends? How fucking rude. What the
Person. I'm just an inconsiderate person. Gosh darn it. Oh my God.
I think I remember the video that I was like, hey, Clown Town, we're best friends. All right, bye.
Yeah.
Also, she thought she was best friends with Jessie Lee before she met her. She was like, I love her. She's my best friend. And it's like, no, you have a parasocial relationship with her. And sometimes it seems like you never got out of that.
Yep. And again, you have to live in reality at some point. You have to measure the situation and say, like, you know what? I only know this person through the computer. And yeah, can there be a community built when it's like all the information is out there and like I get live chat. Live chat's amazing. Can I be best friends with everybody in live chat? No. But there has to be said, like, an online community is cool. Having a stalker, as Courtney calls herself, and hyper focus on someone and then force herself into someone's life, that seems twisty. It seems twisty to me. And she's the one that calls herself the stalker. I didn't. Well, I mean, I guess I do now based on what she said, but like, she's the one that says that all the time. So,
I mean, I never get called it. I call DC my best friend.
You're calling me out now. You're calling me out. Jeez, Jessica.
Well, you mentioned Jessica to your dad on stream, and he's like, "Who's that?"
My dad also is
A dad.
So come on.
Operation
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah, without the, I think you. Yeah.
What were we gonna-
Okay, sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No. I'm like, yeah.
You were remembering
She's talking the whole time. Can't he have a chance to talk or no?
that you've heard it before.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like it was probably the last. It was Hawaii, and that trip was March of 2020. Or I'm sorry, no, March of 2021. So
Really?
that was a really hard question,
2021?
really hard conversation. So it was 2.5 years.
That's not that long ago.
No, it's not.
2021? Dang. So Courtney feels like the moment that probably Jesse Lee had that interaction with M, that they were going to be best friends. That's, you know, in my opinion, based on what she said about how she focused on Jesse Lee from the beginning. Gosh.
Was Courtney at the birth of was Jesse Lee at the birth of the second child or just the third?
Both.
Okay, so
Lincoln-
why would you have?
Yeah.
Because the second child is a bit older. Why would you have somebody who's not your best friend at the birth of your second child?
Good question. Why would you also have someone who's not your best friend call everybody's spouse your baby daddy?
Baby daddy. Ugh.
That's just it might be a Jesse Lee thing. I don't know. And maybe Courtney got vibes that maybe Jesse Lee was more because she was doing all these like, oh, baby daddy, blah blah blah. Like there could have been both back and forth, but it makes me nervous to know how the connection with Courtney to Jesse Lee was intentional on Courtney's part and strategic on Courtney's part from the beginning. So twisty.
Of us actually saying we're best friends. And she just got really, really loud and proud about it. But 5.5 years ago, she was at the birth of my son.
Go ahead, say it, Jessica.
Was not loud and proud about calling Courtney her best friend. On what fucking planet? What planet? She said it like once, weeks before she died, and we're like, oh, she finally said it.
Yeah, she definitely.
Hang on. I thought she said it a little bit around about when the accelerator came out. My best friend's taking all your names down. She's my, she's maybe because Courtney was working for free,
Yeah. And maybe that's the deal. You work for free and you get called a best friend like that. And that, which is shitty. Like pay the people for the time that they're working. Like give me a break. And Courtney did a ton of work for Jesse Lee, but maybe that was in trade for all the people Jesse Lee was allegedly stacking into her downline. You know, we don't know. But yes, you're right. She was saying her best friend was in the accelerator call. So, best friends don't talk to each other like Jesse Lee Ward talks to Courtney in public. Yeah. Yep. Oh God.
Lincoln. And almost 5 years ago, she was at my wedding, and she was the only witness. And then during our best friend.
So you eloped, and Jesse Lee was the only one that came? I'm confused.
She's the only one that was invited.
No, she invited Aaron as well. She invited Aaron, and Aaron didn't come because when I talked to Aaron about it, Aaron had said that she can't even remember. She just thinks that she was busy. Like she said, like I think I was busy, or I can't honestly remember being invited. Or why I didn't go. So interesting.
Yeah, twisty. And of course Courtney's not gonna bring that up. Because once you leave the high control group, you get erased from the high control group. Except when it comes up when you want to be passive aggressive and be an asshole to people that you used to be friends with. So
friendship, she was up at the birth of our third child too. So the link is people with no photos. It's celebratingjesselee.com. Does Avi mind sharing how we? Oh, did you want to say something else about it?
About what?
About that question of asking when did we become best friends?
No, I didn't want to say nothing about it. No.
Does Avi mind sharing how he saw whether Jesse Lee was accepting or rejecting it, and if that changed? I mean, I paused. Did you want to share about that question of if you ever?
Well,
if that changed,
I didn't accept that because I mean, for me, from from day one since she got diagnosed, and I was with her the day. I mean, we were with her the day she be diagnosed. I mean, and I told her, I look at her in her eyes, and I said, I mean, we're gonna win this no matter what. We're gonna do everything. We're gonna whatever it takes, whatever it takes. And then when Germany came to a point, and she told me, like, I don't know, I have to go to Germany. I look at her and say, well, this is going to help and healing you? And she said yes. So I said, whatever it takes.
Except
I
conventional
told her, like, I'm
medicine.
very
Yeah. Yep. And it's so strange to, like, it's a complicated conversation because I know people feel very strongly about lots of things, and it's like you can feel strongly and also have those feelings not based on a foundation of science when it comes to medical care. And that and fear is a real thing, but also listening to people who are spouting this stuff like Joe Dispenza and I don't know, the freaking celery dude, the whatever his
Medical medium.
medical medium.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
medical medium. And like it's like the science isn't there. The science is not there. And there's also a trail of people who have passed away because they've listened to people like the medical medium and others. Like and again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do what you want with your own body. I'm saying don't spread misinformation and have disclaimers, but it's twisty and it's complicated, and it's really disheartening to see somebody who got a devastating diagnosis and then put yes people all around her and ended up supporting her ideas. And what Eloise said earlier is that she thinks that the treatment that Jessie Lee was doing ended her life sooner than it should have. And that's her opinion, but it's go look at Eloise's content and go and that is after that's a pharmacist saying that after doing research on everything that Jessie Lee was doing. So it's just
the other thing too is that he said everything. So if you're going to try everything, like, yeah, you can go the natural way and you can choose all those things, but everything is doing the Western medicine way as well. Like, try it. Like, why not just try it and see what it gets you, and she wasn't willing to do that. So it's like, no, she wasn't willing to do everything. And maybe he's got some feelings about that too, because he obviously voiced concerns about her going to Germany, but
yeah. Yep. Dang.
very sorry. I can't go with you to Germany. I mean, I wanted to so bad to go with her to Germany, to be with her at that moment, because I know it was very hard for her in Germany. And I said, I'm truly sorry. I mean, it was like around April, May, and that was like the craziest time that I had with LA, with the kids and everything. You remember, right? I just don't want to say it, right? You remember? You were on the phone on live when this one happened, right? So this was like around that time. And
she was on the phone on a live when this situation happened. What? With his ex-wife? I don't know what they're referencing. I don't remember that live. So
no.
I said, I'm really sorry, like that I can't go with you to Germany. So I didn't really accept that, and I didn't really accept it until the last minute. I mean, I always get a doctor here. Huh?
We walked out, and it was still like, even at that point, him and I weren't.
We didn't. No, they're gonna put her back to life right now. I mean, she's gonna stay connected, whatever, everything.
Yeah, we were. He was like, the only thing that we said to each other after we finally were able to get out of there, because I personally was the one vocally saying, like, I'm not walking past everyone when the code blue was hit. Like,
are you serious?
We walked out into the emergency room. We sat down at these tables. He's like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, we're gonna figure it out. Like, that was.
From what I just understood her to say is that she wouldn't walk past the doctors and the nurses who were helping Jessie Lee with the code blue, and that she refused to do that. Is that what happened?
But how did we go from Avi not being able to go to Germany with her to the code blue? Like, what?
Yeah, I think that they are trying to say that they really cared about her and blah. I say blah blah blah. She keeps tying it back to like, oh yeah, alternative, but we really cared about her. Like she did this, but we really cared about her. It's just that is wild. If she did not let the medical professionals, when a code blue happened with Jesse Lee, if she did not let the medical professionals around Jesse Lee, like if she was in the way, if that happened, that is wild. If that happened.
And what are you going to do? I don't know. You're just you. You can't do anything. You don't have any medical fucking qualifications. What the fuck? You just be there. Shut the fuck up. Like it's so frustrating. Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
If that had been my sister and a code blue had happened with her and one of her friends was getting in the way of a medical professional helping or attempting to help my sister, I would be livid with that friend.
Mhm.
I would be livid.
I told my brother about some of the fuckery that happened that day, and my brother was like, yeah, I would be in fucking jail if someone did this shit Courtney did on your deathbed. I would be in fucking jail right now.
Yeah, and Wendy, so this is not why she wasn't at the funeral. She allegedly attempted to pick up the ashes of family, Jesse Lee's ashes. And so her family, when her family found out, said, "You're uninvited from the funeral." Like, I can't the audacity to do that. I don't even know.
And because of that, the family didn't have the ashes for their funeral back east.
Oh my
wow.
God.
Which I'm assuming, since nothing's settled, I'm assuming they still don't have the remains. I'm assuming that. Because
Wow.
no one's been established as the executor of the estate, is my understanding. So I'm assuming since there's no executor, no one's gotten the remains yet.
Yeah.
Wow. And also, like I had heard that, towards the end, Jesse Lee was pushing the Prove It people out and wanting more of the family there. And I think a lot of people have a lot of big feelings about that too, which is understandable, but also they should be understanding that from her point of view, especially because she made such big strides to make amends with her family before she passed.
Yeah.
So,
And what is wild and audacious to me is somebody who's not family, a friend, fine, who said, "Oh, I know better than you. You're telling me that you only want your family in there." No, but we've had a really close relationship for this whole time. We've been doing all these things. I'm the parent of your godchildren. I know what you want more than you know what you want. I'm going to be offended that you want your family there and not us. What? Oh my God. Hey Steph, how are you? Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. And again, it's just all of this is so wild. It was
I'm still haunted by that. There was a photograph where all of the Prove It people were posing in the hospital.
Yes.
And they look like they are on the best retreat you've ever seen. Like that is disturbing. That is some really unaware people of the situation they're in, it was bad.
Yeah, it is probably an carrying over of the cult group of only wanting positive mindsets around people who are sick, but it's still thinking about it now, not being able to mourn or not being able to like process your feelings as you're having them and the potential and inevitability of them losing Jesse Lee and having to mask it over with happiness and all this like fake feeling of joy. It leaves an icky feeling in me to think about that. And yeah, that was that picture when it was posted, I was like, this is disturbing on so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
It was this unspoken. It wasn't a. There was no acceptance. There was no.
There's
No,
no acceptance.
This is it.
No,
No.
there is wasn't. So I mean, I know that she also didn't accept that because she worked very hard on her mind.
She was going.
She did.
It.
Yeah,
Like,
she did everything, and yeah, that was really sad. Okay, next question, please.
I saw the shift in her. This is happy. I saw the shift in her relationship with both of you. You could feel it in her, and she had a way of expressing her emotions through her lives. She got so good at it, like the way that she would just share. She worked really hard on that. Like
when she was wishing people to be tortured and essayed in hell for all eternity for talking about someone who had cancer, that was the life and the fire that like it was ignited in her. That was like so incredible to see, like her gaslighting people to hell. Like that was like, I'm trying to figure out what light we're talking about here that they too were responsible for. I don't see it.
Yeah, so Loka, the droid guy, who you can rent a Batmobile in the Mandalorian, no, whatever, Back to the Future. Yeah, he rents those out. He decided to bring joy to Jesse Lee's deathbed by blowing up a fucking balloon and tossing it in. Did a live about how it brought so much joy because they.
I know she was more specific about what she said about those people. I'm trying to be like not go into detail because it was awful. It's awful to repeat the detail that she went into. So I don't want to do it on this live, but it was awful.
So one time, God, this is such my life. One time, my grandma had dropped off a thing of like family pictures at our house. I was like 16, 17. Going through fucking photos of like random photos of my mom's family. Suddenly there was some fucking dead guy in some coffin. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
It was just some uncle. I don't even fucking know if it was like my mom. I don't think my mom had uncles, so I think it was like my grandma's uncle. I don't know. I'm like, why? Like, why?
You need a scrapbooking page, like rest in peace, Uncle Joseph, and with some grey filigree and
Yikes.
over the last year, I got a really long voice message from her sharing just like how she looked at me and saw me and the things that she was proud of, and I'll forever cherish that. I know that I was loving the way that Avi would still get these little messages, because Joshua and I did those for each other at points too, where we would just share. We would write on Post-its and hide them, and so whenever he would find these little notes, and I just knew. I know for me how it would feel. I know for me how it felt getting signs from her in my own way, and how at times, we would talk about, he's like, well, like, why do you feel like you're getting these signs? Because I feel like I'm so closed off. And so we would talk through it. And then to watch him actually then start receiving them in a physical form. Like, she made sure that he still found these hidden notes that were just meant to be like happy little moments that he could text to her. It was you know, obviously sad that he can't text, but so joyful and happy that they're there, you know, that she's able to physically communicate with her handwriting on a letter. Like, I love you. I will love you forever. You know, I think that's the power of Jessie Lee. She was very loud and proud on stage doing her worst speech ever, that she mentioned her best friend while on stage. Yes. She walked off that stage. She's like, I was like, that was probably the best I've ever seen. She would never, for the longest time, she wouldn't ask me how she did until like I was watching her on, like I made that commitment that year we went through in 2022. Like I watched her on all these stages. She would actually start to get off and then ask me before I would even say it. And this was one of those times where she was like, well, how was it? I was like, I feel like that's like the best I've ever seen you. I mean, obviously you cussed and you don't ever do that on stage. She never did that. And he put her on
She
so
cussed
late
a
in
lot
Miami.
at the end.
Yeah, and then she got mad at everybody for asking her why she started to cuss when she said back in the beginning, she was like, "Hey, I know a lot of my friends who have little kids want to watch me when their kids are at home, and I want to make it as accessible as possible for people who may be put off by, you know, my cursing." And then at the end, she was like, "Why do y'all, you know, try to put me in a box and like, you know, try to make me be someone I don't want to be?" And it's like, no, we were just asking because you said this in the beginning and said it for a long time. And then we're hearing again Courtney say here, oh, she never did that. She never did that on stage. And then now she's doing it. Come on.
Was that in 2022? Did I think I can recall somewhere in the depths of my mind that Courtney said she was going to watch Jessie Lee on every stage she was on. Is that what? I think
Yes.
she made some sort of statement like that. And I mean, her youngest is not that old. Like, he's a toddler.
Yep.
You know, and you're going to follow this person around like somebody, you know, following a band around. That's strange. And you say that the speech where she said, "That's my best friend," that's your favorite speech. Oh, what a coincidence. What a coincidence, Courtney. Oh, and I have heard her use a personal pronoun more than anything. I, me, I, me, we, you know. But
Yep.
when she says we, she means me and Jessie Lee, and it's
Yep.
very possessive. Like, she's mine,
Yeah.
you know. And sometimes it feels like they were versing each other, these two. So it's an interesting dichotomy. Hi, Karina.
Yep. It is very strange to see these two interact, and it's very strange to listen to Courtney describe her and Jessie Lee as a singular entity. It's very wild.
Mm-hmm.
An hour ahead of herself. Like, so she was already out of whack anyway. Yeah, I think that was the weekend that we had come back and met you. That's crazy. That was what it was. It was Daniel G's event. She was so good. That is so good. So is it okay to ask? Oh, we'll switch. We're gonna shift gears. Like, I understand, like, we started there and you guys want to ask those questions. We've already been on for a long time and it's late. It's been 2 hours.
It's very late.
I'm gonna answer. I saw one of these questions.
We need to wrap this up. It's going to be another 30 minutes of video.
Oh, God.
Oh, no, but she just admitted a ton of stuff about like things that happen in the hospital and like this has been wild. This has been the most wild live stream. Oh God. If you're just joining us, if you're just hopping in, this is Courtney Shortney of Prove It, and this is Aviram of Prove It. And Aviram was romantic partners with Jessie Lee Ward up until the point that she passed away. He waited a month until he joined Prove It, and now he is not on Courtney's team, on Jenny Elizabeth and Party Boy Josh's team. And yeah.
To be fair, he's never described himself as her romantic partner, but as her intimate partner.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Romantic has never entered the chat.
Correct. And he, according to Courtney, is still in a spiritual relationship with Jessie Lee Ward. That's what she said yesterday on the live stream. This is what Tish, it's wild. You have to like just like without all of us like or without me interrupting this all the time. If you listen to this live stream, it's wild to listen to
Mhm.
everything she says. It's it breaks your brain a little bit.
Just totally shifting gears, 180. Groovy Grape Ketones. When's it coming back? Do you like Groovy?
Oh, well,
No.
first of all, I'm sorry, Courtney. I'm sorry, but I have to see the stage. Can I?
They did ketones. They did shock marketing for like a hell of a long time, and then they did ketones. They did ketones in the beginning, shock marketing, ketones. It's
And this is why we cover it.
Yep.
The shock and sell, shock and sell, shock and sell.
Yep.
Can I see the stage?
Yeah, I gotta pee. Go ahead. I'm glad I brought up Groovy Grape Ketones.
Thankfully, Yehudis is not stuck with this chicken nugget for the rest of her life, because I say chicken nugget because I don't do name calling, but that's what my little nephew calls me, and so I'm just going to I'm just gonna say that as kindly as I can. I'm glad that she is not stuck with being treated by him the way that we saw him treat her. So they are not together. They're divorced in the synagogue, and they're divorced. She has received her get, and they have a legal divorce. So it's great. Shock and sell is JL's legacy. It might be for sure. Oh no, Chelsea. Yes. Tish joined us. It's a party now. It's a party now.
You should tell him the story about whenever you're like, oh, I know what flavor this is.
What?
You remember telling me that? You're like, I know every flavor, Courtney.
Oh,
How do you not
yeah.
know what flavor is?
I know every flavor, yeah, because I tried them all. Honestly, I tried them all. So first of all, hey, go to the bathroom.
I know I'm reading. I'm seeing if there's anything.
Just make sure you close the door so we won't hear you.
Very loud. I keep very loud.
What?
Well, just turn on the vent. Nobody here.
Oh my Lanta. Okay. What are you gonna share with
That's
us?
their style
When
of
Ruby
humor.
Grape is coming back. I mean, I'm sorry, but I have a lot of Ruby Grape, like a lot. I have a big stock of
Ooh,
Ruby Grape. No.
order trials from Avi Ram. He has groovy grape.
Yep. I wonder where he got those from. It
Oh, yeah.
seems like Jesse Lee's was a lot of Jesse Lee's apartment was picked clean. So
Well, that's the thing. Is like, okay, in my will, this is a lighter moment. I leave my groovy grape ketones, non-caffeinated, to Avi Ram. My pineapple passion, like, imagine that would be just utterly ridiculous, leaving
Yep.
ketones to people.
But at least she would have had a will.
That's true. That's very true.
True.
I mean, it was thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in ketones that she had. Like, probably over $10,000 of ketones behind her on her setup. So I just wonder who has those. The way they probably made it okay with themselves is saying, well, it's going to expire if I don't take it and sell it, and then it will help the empire because blah blah blah. I'm sure somebody has them, unfortunately.
I have caffeine free. So if you've got more of that, that's what I need. I don't really care for the caffeine. I have 2 more boxes.
You're right.
You want to know how many boxes I have?
Yeah.
Okay, I have tons. So if someone wants Groovy Grape, I'm sorry, but it's in my trial website. I'm sorry. Yes, I have a lot.
You can't even let them talk when she's away from their desk.
And it's funny because there is a lot of flavor for ketones, obviously, and I tried them all. I tried all of them, and I know every flavor. I mean, of course, just the ones that exist when there is some flavors that coming back that I never tried before because they never been existing when I started to drink ketones, like the Harvest Sunrise that I tried it the first time yesterday, which was really good. But Groovy Grape, this is like I tried it in the very beginning because it was in the very beginning when I started. So I tried it and then it just disappeared. It was out of stock. And then somewhere around, I think July or August, or maybe a little bit before, it came back to stock. And so a what?
Okay.
Okay. All right.
What did you say? What did you say?
No, I said that I will start talking about the flavors of the ketones. It's okay.
She's she's very controlling, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, she can't miss a thing. If you had earbuds in, you'd be You know, oh my God, Rutro. I was like, Rutro just read my mind. I want to talk about the painting right now.
Let's do it. Let me
I
rewind.
hate it.
And see it. Let's rewind. So
Freaking hate it.
there you go. What do you
Why
mean?
are the dogs squished? Why
Yes.
does it look like they're melting? That is not okay. I understand artistic style, but no, that's bad. And I agree with Rutro that like a triptych, like why would you not put them all together? Like weird. And it's like not even, I don't know, it's terrible. Like I
Yeah,
hope she
probably
didn't.
looks worse. I mean, a fan of Jesse Lee and Courtney did it and then sent it to Courtney as a gift. So Courtney didn't pay for it for sure. It
Okay.
was like a subscriber gift. So yeah.
Okay. I think, you know, I apologize if I've hurt anyone's feelings. I just think you then don't put it on the camera. You know, like it's front and center, and I just think, you know, it could be like her dogs were her favorite thing, and it's not honoring her dogs.
Yeah, I don't
I
like
don't
they're
think-
separated, and I don't love that, you know, she's treating this art. However, I don't love the art, but she didn't even mount it on the wall. She didn't even do it in a way that's respectful to art. Like she's leaning it, she has it resting on stuff on top of this box. And then like Wookie has fallen and is leaning on a shelf and is sitting on the bottom of the box. It's like mount it professionally or something. Like, come on.
Maybe
Except
that's why he looks squished.
yeah, it
Because
might be the angle. It might be the angle. Here we go. Here we go.
I think July.
Oh, I have to go forward.
You know, I will start talking about the flavors of the ketones. It's okay. So I said that I tried all the flavors, just the one that was existing since I started to use
Hi,
the
Leo.
ketones. But for example, Harvest Sunrise wasn't exist a year ago when I started to try
But
when I started drinking ketones,
But it
but
did.
now it's what?
It did exist.
It wasn't on the website.
It wasn't currently available, but it existed.
Oh,
Okay, well, the fact that Courtney continues to correct him for things that he says because he speaks multiple languages is just rude in my opinion. Like I think she's trying to have a rapport with him, but she makes comments that makes it seem like she is just not even aware of the difficulty of speaking multiple languages and then thinking about something in your first language and then communicating in another language. She just doesn't there's just no awareness of it. And just it's rude. It's super rude. Yeah. She looks so happy to correct him. I think I don't know. She might be happy to correct him. I think she's trying to have like a back and forth. And I think Avi's just not here for it.
This pause face though. Got on Avi.
I got some good ones for the covers where he's going like this and then he had some good ones. So yeah. What are you gonna say, Jess?
Oh, is that orgasm face?
That thing was so wild. I can't believe they said that. I just don't even know how we got there. Oh my gosh, Rutro. Oh god. I'm just gonna screenshot. Okay.
okay, that's what I meant. It wasn't available to purchase. So then lately it's back to stock. So I got it and I tried it first time yesterday. So officially I tried all of them.
But you haven't.
The what?
You haven't tried them all.
Well, yeah, maybe there is flavor that is not
But
available.
if there was a flavor that became available, you grabbed it.
Yes.
If there was a flavor, I tried it. Check out.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
so you are not
Something like that?
African American, Courtney. Can you stop using AAVE? Thank you. Please and thank you. Don't do that.
I don't know why she does it. She does it frequently. She's and
Because
several-
Jesse Lee used to.
Hmm.
Because Jesse Lee used to.
Yep. Oh, she commented on Avi's nose on the first part of this. The first, this is stream 3. In stream 1, she commented on Avi's nose. the same type of like undercurrent of anti-Semitism that Jesse Lee used to do to him. Wild. Ugh.
And
Vanilla
so anyway,
Ice,
so I had,
Ice Baby. I'm just dropping the hook for you, bro.
oh yeah, I see that. So
Oops, sorry.
So I was saying, I'm sorry, I have a lot of boxes of groovy grape, and if somebody wants, you can go to my trial website, and I will be more than happy, and to also give a free gift as well on every purchase.
Okay, but you know, you
Ooh.
can also go to my site, and I also give free gifts. And
Yes.
you know, we should compete. We can go on TikTok, and we can.
I don't want to.
There it is. The competition. The competition in multi-level marketing. You can't just be fun friends, sidelines, because they are sidelines. He's not in her downline, and he's just starting, and Courtney can't let him have his moment in the sun. Oh, hey,
Nope.
order from me. And she's like, well, you can also order from me. What? Jenny Elizabeth didn't do this to him, so I don't know, like, I don't know why Courtney's being like this, except I think it shows that they are not as cool as they seem. They want people to think they are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just catching up with the comments. Yeah, I don't think you would, Cindy. It's just
No.
strange the conversations they're having. Just quite strange.
Mm.
There's a crow out there.
Good luck. Oh no, they're only if they die it's good luck, right?
Oh,
Oh,
really?
no,
I haven't
they're
heard that.
here all the time.
No, well, you said
Same.
something about your backyard when you had 2 crows pass away in your backyard one time, or like over.
Yeah, that's different. No, the crows show up like every few hours.
They need their snacks.
Exactly.
I heard crows in like when I was going to bed, and it was like 3 a.m. I'm like, why are crows outside? What the hell?
That's
My dog.
creepy.
Yeah. They're always around for some reason.
We need to get Jess to do a crow cam in her backyard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that husband being like, hell no.
Compete with you. I love you so much. We not compete with friends.
No, I meant like on TikTok they do battles. I didn't mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. I'll get ready to rumble. Let's make sure that we bring in
I mean it in
we bring in a referee.
fun competition way, not in a. Not...
Yeah. I know. I understand that.
Okay.
I understand that. Okay.
He tried a flavor. By the way, I saw. Did you get cookie butter? I was wondering. I thought about you when that dropped. By the way. Well,
Of course I did.
At the event.
Yeah.
And I
thought
about you when it
Of
dropped.
course I did. She haven't finished the when Natalie was talking about it, that cookie butter back in stock. I already went and bought it like right away.
It does exist. It did exist.
What?
Is Sagi your friend? He put a heart, but I don't know what he's saying.
A what?
Sagi.
Oh, that's my nephew.
Oh, you're
What? I
nephew.
can't see the
Talk
comments.
to you.
Crazy.
Do you want me to
That's my
screenshot
nephew.
it if you can't see it?
That's my nephew, and he met Jesse Lee. By the way,
He put
we've been in
a heart and he said something.
in Hebrew.
So?
Yes, correct. But he said something else. Let me take another screenshot so I can get what he said.
Well, he know English. Sagi,
Sagi?
speak English. He
Hey,
knows.
come on. He wants only you to know what you're saying. What he's saying.
Oh, probably. Well, he probably
Yeah.
said something. No, not something
No.
bad. I'm sure he will never say
No,
something bad.
he put a heart.
Yeah. The situation in Israel is crazy. Right now with the war and everything is nuts. There is, I've heard today in the news. I'm sorry that I'm shifting right now the whole thing, but that there is hostages, right? Holding by Hamas, right? I don't know if you're aware of the story or anything.
I didn't know this was gonna get. I don't know if this is gonna get real world. I just. I don't have the bandwidth to like have the conversation in the chat. Like we know like there's awful things going on and people are being killed right now. I just don't.
Let's just power through what he
I'd
has
just like
say.
to hear how he's going to frame it.
Oh yeah,
I'm happy to
Yeah.
to discuss it, but we'll keep it simple. We'll keep
Okay.
it simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
is a terror group. It's a terror organization, and so they captured like hostages, and they released some of the hostages already, but there is still hostages, and between the hostages there is a woman that's been raped, and they are pregnant.
Oh my god!
It's crazy
already since October.
Again, this is what I've heard today in the news. Again, I usually don't believe the news. I'm not watching news, but this is what I read today. And so this is really sad.
What newspaper? What newspaper? What news source? Okay, because yeah, like it's not even Stevens. That's all. Okay, mate. That's not even Stevens.
Yeah, I don't want to like not acknowledge things that are going on. I just, because I think that it's so intense what's going on, and that I don't want the conversation to devolve into like, not from you, Tish, but like in the chat, I don't want it to devolve into anti-Semitism or anti-Palestine like commentary. I want people to feel safe in the chat. So
we can make a statement that genocide is wrong, and Zionism is causing some of that. And yeah, I do notice that Courtney has a smile on her face too. She's real happy. Yeah, I think, you know, like I'm just interested to see how he framed it, and he framed it just as I thought he would, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, the situation is fucked on both sides, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just power through this.
What are you smiling?
I'm sorry. I was reading comments. It's terrible.
Why was she smiling when he was whatever? Like
she wasn't listening to him. She wasn't listening to him.
God,
No.
It's not important to her.
Hi, Kara Chan.
It's fine. We'll talk. They were talking about the competing. I was catching up.
Oh, what?
Be sorry about it though.
No, we're not gonna compete, Courtney.
That's what it was about. Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be sorry. I mean, it's, you know, I think as someone who's obviously completely outside, white girl, American,
I think they've,
you know,
stop there,
enough.
Courtney.
I'm just gonna
stop Courtney.
Courtney's just being Courtney.
Keep it safe when you travel. You don't run into those types of things.
Oh my God! Did she just say that? I'm gonna give this live to Tish so she can. God, Courtney's being an asshole. I'm sorry.
Rape and pillage and all of those awful things that.
That's okay, Karina. I'll wave my hands when it's. I don't know if it's gonna be safe, but we'll figure it out.
Again, there is the terror organization.
They hide.
I'm trying to skip it.
Okay, but the terror organization he's talking about was democratically elected. So, and I know that that's controversial, but it is what it is. And yeah, so look, I know that lots of people say it's nuanced. Genocide's wrong. That's not nuanced. That's not a nuanced feeling. But if you want to have a look at the Clown Town, they're putting a lot of good stuff out. So I'd recommend the Clown Town. And yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's complicated, and like I think it's complicated. I don't. Yeah, the organization who's in charge was elected. I think like it recognizably, like Hamas is a terrorist organization, and then I think the way that it's being portrayed, not portrayed, but the actuality of it, it's very difficult for both people, and that it is. I'm not trying. I'm not good at like communicating.
You don't have to. It's okay if you don't have like the words, because I think a lot of people don't have the words, and don't stress if you can't express it plainly.
Yeah, I think that it's difficult for me to say that it's not complicated, because in situations, or the situation in the history of trying to, in one aspect, I'm not saying I know the entirety of Palestine. I think, again, like I think Chelsea said, it's fucked up on both sides. I think it's difficult to see the continuity, the continuous of trying to wipe Jewish people off the face of the planet. It's difficult to say, like, it's difficult to see that this is happening, and then there is anti-Palestinian and anti-Semitism that's on the rise continually, and that people, like, as Tish said, yes, genocide is absolutely wrong, and I want there to be space for a conversation where our minds can like have that, where while there's really intense emotions, and like obviously not as intense for me because I'm not Jewish, I'm not Palestinian, but I can have empathy for human beings. I guess like that I'm trying to I guess navigate it. And yeah, Clown Town's very vocal about it. Tish is very vocal about it. I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate stuff because we do, like, Avi is Jewish. He is gonna say things, and Courtney's uninformed on all.
Ignorant.
Yeah. And y'all can see this. This is still on her live stream, so y'all, I'll press play, but I just want to skip parts because her spreading shit about people is wrong.
Not okay.
So I just,
yeah. I do have a puppy. So
yes, puppy
we
break.
can have a puppy moment. Puppy break. So this is the big boy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, big yawn. Big yawn.
Oh my goodness.
He's just so big compared to the little one. And they are the same age, but he's a character. He's a character.
Oh my gosh. What's his name?
Well, we're calling them like Biggie and Smalls because one's big and one's small. But yeah, he I don't know, because he's the only one feeding from Minnie, and I think he might have some pooping issues, and he's very loud when he's pooping.
Oh my god.
He's like, Arr!
Oh, my poor buddy.
Yeah.
Poor baby. Cute.
I know.
We needed. It's the blue we needed.
Yes. That's why I'm like, oh, I need he is a chunk. That he's also called Chunk as well. So he's big boy.
Oh,
chunky boy. And he always does a bleep. He's always doing a bleep.
Oh, cute. Yeah. What a good floof break. What a good floof break.
I'll get smalls.
Like, this is not.
Yes, we need smalls. We need smalls. Oh, and you're hand feeding smalls and helping smalls to like live.
I am.
I love it.
He's so tiny compared, and they're the same age. They're like an hour apart.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's wild.
I know. Yeah. He looks like a chihuahua. I think he looks like a chihuahua.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Do they like each other? Do they like snuggle together, or are they like separate?
Yeah.
Separate.
Yeah. No, they snuggle.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, you're licking. So cute. Yes. You're killing me, Smalls. Yes. Oh my gosh. The Sandlot. So cute. It's the floof break we needed.
Yes.
That's how we should be.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Blackberry Pineapple or True Passion?
Again, this live is available on her YouTube, and what I'll do is I'll upload this to an unlisted link, and I'll put the link in this description. So if y'all want to watch it uninterrupted and hear her responses for stuff, you're more than welcome to. I'm just trying to make the best call I can for the stream and my.
I might look at it on my channel. I might have a look at it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome. So definitely, if you're not following Tish, go ahead and go subscribe now so you can see when the video drops. So.
What?
Blackberry Pineapple or True Passion?
Me, Blackberry Pineapple. I like it more than True Passion.
Whoa.
I drank Blackberry Pineapple the other day. And oddly enough, there are only a few flavors that I feel like have an aftertaste. One of them is raspberry lemonade. However, it will hit my brain faster than anything, and I will throw in a lime into that.
Really?
Go ahead, little open mouther. What do you have to say?
It's because it happened to me with hibiscus lemonade.
You know, and this is also another reason why I would like to hear about this from you. Okay, that's me grabbing my thought back.
All right.
So I acknowledged, I already figured this out years ago, is that the caffeinated version will taste different than the caffeine-free version because the caffeine is tasteable to my mouth.
Okay, well, for you. For me, I don't feel the difference.
For you. What?
Okay.
Can you taste? I mean, yeah, decaf sometimes tastes different than like decaf coffee sometimes tastes different than caffeinated coffee, but sometimes it doesn't. I mean, if you're doing espresso shots, sometimes the pull you can taste a little different, but like I don't know. What do you think, Jessica?
I think all coffee tastes different just because I'm hardcore and using like a mocha pot and an espresso machine. I can taste the difference in coffees.
Perhaps it's like cheap, like maybe it's cheap as well, whatever they're putting, whatever the ingredient is, and so it's maybe not as cheap, or it is cheap, and that's why you can taste the difference. Who knows?
Maybe so. Yep.
No, I want you to try back to back caffeinated and then the caffeine-free version.
Okay, I will do so. I will do that tomorrow.
And then,
okay, any flavor.
Sure, but continue to do that.
I will do the groovy grapes that I have.
Okay. Yeah, do that one. Do the caffeinated and then do caffeine-free. Caffeine-free version is smoother and usually has less of a aftertaste to it than the caffeinated version when it's a lighter flavor. Now, blackberry pineapple, in my opinion, is like something that isn't super strong. It has this like light refreshingness to it. Raspberry lemonade, I feel like, is a stronger flavor.
Yeah, I don't have a raspberry lemonade because it's out of stock. I mean, it's not available. It's not available, so I don't have it. I have like 2 packs, or well, maybe a little bit more of the caffeine-free version.
I have it in my. I'm out too. I have a few.
But if you want, I can trade you if you give me a raspberry pineapple, raspberry pineapple, blackberry pineapple, and I'll give you ruby grape. We can trade.
I got caffeinated and caffeine-free blackberry pineapple.
Well, I can trade you if you want.
There's just a few. Anyway,
Do you reckon they could
like no, I have
just throw each other a text?
Yeah.
Just goddamn. Hey, do you want to swap a gravy? Like,
Oh, geez.
okay.
That's like why they have nothing to go on when they're trying to market their product. They can only do the shock marketing because this is boring as hell.
It is.
You know, it's like, how long do you need to talk about ketones for? Not that long. Like, come on. They're waiting. People are probably waiting to stay on to see if they're going to tell any more details. And then in the midst, they're getting information about ketones over and over and over and over again. And maybe some days, maybe someday it would land, and then they end up ordering. So, geez.
But I meant like back to the aftertaste.
Oh,
There's a few.
yeah.
So True Passion,
Yep.
Blackberry Pineapple, neither one of those are my go-to. I have had Blackberry Pineapple recently as a caffeine-free version, and I can't tell you the last time I drank True Passion. But I will say that every time I think about True Passion, I think about this time that Jessie Lee, not this time, like time as like a season, where as
What's going on?
it's my fingers. They just keep making these little thingy things happen. Jessie Lee and I, having this self-diagnosed ADD, we tend to pick a flavor or a drink mix-up that we fall in love with, and then we would just make it every day because we don't want to have to think about it. The less we have to think about, the more of a routine it becomes, and the easier it is to just, the faster you do it. Like, you don't have to think about it. And so one of those times, there was a concoction that she called a buongiorno. I can't freaking say it because I'm thinking too hard about it.
What?
Which just means like a concoction or mix-up or whatever. And she would mix up a keto up of Toucan Tango.
Is that what that means?
Buongiorno means good morning, doesn't it? In Italian.
Yeah. What do you mean? It means a mix-up or something. Like, what? My God.
An orange, orange dreamsicle orange. Again, you just put up a peace sign, you get happy
Turn it
birthday.
off, for the love of God.
Okay, Toucan
It's less
Tango,
on
True
TikTok.
Passion, and an orange dreamsicle keto proton.
Oh.
And I'm forgetting, she at some point, I think she might have even thrown in something else into that I'm forgetting.
Wow.
Sometimes we put MCT oil in it too. I mean, like, that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm like,
Wow. Oh my god.
How many?
Blowing my fucking mind. But also, that's really silly.
Holy crap.
keto up, instant ketosis, a proton, and a nat. And people ask, because I mix two together, what my go-to right now is mixing two different types of ketones. I mix them together because one, most importantly, I like the flavor. It tastes super good. Naranja and
How you must be rolling in it because you're mixing those together and they're hella expensive. You're doing all those things, those powder drinks mixed together. Like, that's not a cheap drink at all.
I will go to Dutch Bros twice a day. Thank you very much.
It's the reverse MLM pitch. Stay out of MLM and you can buy more coffee if you want to, Jeez. That's so expensive.
Tangerine Dragon, next level. Number two, the liquid ampules will burn faster. They hit your brain the fastest. They burn the quickest, so they don't last as long.
Wow, the mango is amazing. The mango pineapple.
First time.
Wow. And by the way, wait, I need to ask you a question about that.
God.
How do I can open it in a smooth way? I mean,
I almost text you to tell you and give you tips, and then I was like, college should just. We'll talk about it later. So I'm glad
You saw Jessie Lee open up millions of, not millions, but thousands of ketones being with her. She drank like 3 a day. And he was with her for maybe 1,000 plus ketones a day. So, not a day, a year. In the time that they were together. God. 3 a day. 365 times 3. A lot of ketones.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess if you wanted to know, you should have joined her team.
Yeah. Big secret.
Yep.
Did you ask? I don't have one here right now. It's over there. So basically, whenever you grab it, this should be helpful. Okay. So here is the little piece, the bubble piece right here. So if you hold it and then you snap like this, you kind of have a swift motion and you'll figure it out. And most of the time it will work. But sometimes it's almost like it's too thick or it kind of like,
drinking we saw him drinking them on Jessie Lee's live. He didn't join the company until allegedly a month after Jessie Lee passed away. God, sorry.
Oh my god. MCT oil can cause pooping in a quickness. With the ketones, that bathroom must have just been and coffee enemas. Like, what the hell? Her digestive system must have been a mess, a war zone. Just
I
tubes and coffee and god damn.
I cannot imagine unless you get desensitized to the effects of whatever they claim the ketones can do for you. Because Eloise was saying that the product does something, but doesn't do what they claim. She doesn't think so. And then if you take something, you become it doesn't affect you like it used to. So I think that could be it. Did y'all hear that McDonald's is coming out with standalone coffee stores in certain cities? I think they're testing. Wild, their coffee sucks. Oh no.
We have McCafe. We have in Australia. We have McCafe.
Is it good?
I mean, it's kind of like a cafe, and it's within the restaurant, and you can get more fancier drinks. Like you can get better lattes and a more variety than the normal kind. Yeah.
Dang, we don't have those here yet, or they're just starting out here. Interesting. Yeah, stage 4 colon cancer, 10 inches of intestines removed, and then coffee enemas. Bad combination.
It's just like it doesn't rip.
And at that point, I have had to improvise where I just poke a hole in it and I get it done. If I don't have scissors or a knife, where I can just
scissors right now.
Yeah, scissors, and you kind of gotta tap it down so that there's not liquid sitting in that bubble, so you're not squirting everywhere. But even when you cut it, you kind of gotta direct it away because it'll just
because
spread all over.
It's shoot all over.
Sounds like bad product packaging, in my opinion. What company's we have an awful product that sprays all over people, which maybe that was the goal, so people have to order more. And then they say, we're not going to revise it. We're not going to revise it. You can just suffer. What? Give me a break.
over the place.
It's
Yeah.
just all over. So, but yeah, most of the time. And then sometimes, like when people have to get real aggressive, if they don't have any tools to use to help them, they'll just twist it to get it off. And I have yet to have that work for me because I get too worried that it's just going to go everywhere. Like, so I don't play that game.
I want to say something related to ketones. I mean, before I started to drink ketones, I used to drink 4 to 5 coffee a day, like completely, totally. And I'm at a point right now that I haven't drank coffee for a very long time. Like I don't remember when is the last time I drank coffee, which it's amazing because I'm drinking 1 caffeine a day, and well, this is water, but I'm drinking 1 not caffeine a day, and keto kick or keto up in the midday, and that's it. No more caffeine for me. And I used to drink a lot of coffee. Like, I mean, if I show you my Starbucks card, I used to also to get it from Starbucks.
Disgusting.
Yeah, well, this is when I was driving. I have nothing else to get. You know, I mean, this is good.
Coffee's amazing. Shut the up. I love coffee products. It's great.
I know.
Like-
As Jessica looks at her empty eyes to coffee, Jessica's probably going on empty now.
It's gone.
Jeez. Pam said, honestly, I would be surprised if part of Jesse Lee's infection was from coffee enemas. They are known to cause serious illness and or death. Add it to metastatic cancer. Yeah. We did a wild live on coffee enemas and the research she did, and it was wild.
I'm gonna jump off you guys because I'm gonna go back to bed.
Okay, thanks for hopping on. It was so good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, also, if people have seen Mac Attack has got a new video out, and it's not on an anti-MLM thing, but it's on a creator called James Somerton. He plagiarized his entire YouTube essay career. It's a really interesting story. So check it out. And there's another guy called H Bomber, and he did a expose on it and it exposed him as well as Illuminati and some other people. So I saw it and I'm like, oh, that's going to be good. So yeah. So I just thought I'll give him a shout out. It's really interesting. But yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Good night.
All right. That was fun. Todd in the Shadows exposed him as well by debunking his arguments. That's awesome. Yeah, Mac is an awesome Mac Attack. If y'all type in, let me see if I don't know if I have a shortcut for him. Jack built a coffee bar for Christmas, and we got some fancy syrups and a milk frothy thingy mabop, and it's been lovely. That's awesome. Jack is the best.
Yeah.
Here we go.
If I'm home, I'm
We
drinking
only
like
have 30 minutes left before we have to stream into Aaron's stream, so we got to finish this.
We have 14 minutes to go. Shit.
Oh God. Okay.
It's Turkish coffee, which I'm not drinking it anymore.
Your Turkish coffee is not that good.
It's
What?
really
Turkish coffee is delicious. Are you serious?
What? Not a name that I can call right now.
Oh my God.
good. What are you talking about?
It's
Like you
okay.
drink it,
It's
your
okay.
eyes,
Wait,
your eyes is open.
correction, the way he makes it. He'll just literally, no, I don't want coffee grounds on the bottom of my coffee. It doesn't make sense.
That's the way you drink it. But I mean, it's not.
That's literally Turkish coffee. Like the lack of culture that Courtney has is just
But they travel so much.
God. Yeah. And then stuff like this happens. Jeez.
Well, you don't drink the coffee grounds.
You don't drink the coffee grounds. Correct. He doesn't drink the coffee grounds.
Yeah.
How are we all? We are doing well.
We're
Which
not doing
one
well.
does he? Oh, wait. This is earlier. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. I think we're going to jump off soon. I know I want to go watch Vanilla Pro or Lemon Shortbread. Vanilla, 1000%.
What lemon shortbread? What are you talking about?
Oh, vanilla. Because and here's why. Because I like to mix my pros. I really like the protein to do more than just add another drink in. So I'm not just going to drink it as a protein. I'm going to mix it most of the time.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So I'm
I like also the carrot cake. Wow.
Marge, no.
The proton.
Dude. Okay.
What?
Yes.
Bye,
The lemon
buddy.
shortbread's okay because like I would rather it just makes me want to eat the cookie.
Yeah, wow, this is so good. I used to wake up in the morning in the beginning when before I drink the keto nat, like I used to mix 2 proton together.
Yeah, you did.
Either chocolate and vanilla or 2 shortbread or whatever. Two protons in the morning, and then like and then like a couple hours later I will used to eat
Yes.
the nat.
By the way, my true blues are here that are my customers. They're like, sorry, Abby, we're not gonna buy from you. Just so you know.
Okay.
I know. I just
wanted to.
wanted to say it because
Rude. She's still competing with him. She's saying like, "Oh, we're not competing, but we're competing, but we're not competing, but we're competing." And like, "Oh my god, my customers like can't buy from you." Like, what's happening? Seriously? Jeez.
it's true. I love that about this though, that you get to choose. Like we obviously knew that coming on this live together, right?
And don't worry, if y'all are here and are going to be watching Aaron's live, you can stay in this chat and we'll kick over to hers automatically at 5:45. If we get
Will this be saved? Yeah, of course. Are you a caffeinated person or non-caffeine, Courtney? I will drink caffeinated in the morning. I love coffee as well, and there are periods of time where I don't need it. Hi, baby.
And what do you think?
What
You
do
think we should?
Yeah, I think we'll skip the ketone conversations. I saw that you guys asked what's that thing I did tonight. It's actually on sale, so you can go to either one of our websites, whoever you choose to want to link arms with.
whoever you want to choose, but I'm just going to say this to try to appear fair, but I really am frustrated that I'm doing this because if you sign up with Abby, it's not going to affect my downline and my volume at all. Say less.
Arms.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna. I don't want anyone to link arms with me. I mean, unless you need help crossing the street, like then I'll link arms to like help you. But I don't want an MLM person ever saying that to me ever again. Just no.
For purchasing the Keto Chill and the Keto Kick are 40% off right now.
40% off. That's a really
Next
good.
level. Like I still have to order mine. So coolest thing about this, I will drink the Chill every night before bed with the Signal OSPM, and I get the best sleep. The Chill has ashwagandha in it. It's caffeine free.
Ugh.
You can drink it anytime you need to chill out. I just like it before bed because it really helps me get restful sleep, even when I'm not sleeping that well. Like I still feel like rested. Now I'm currently going through a self-diagnosed like seasonal depression for sure, and just in general, like it's really hard for me to.
I'm not saying that you can't look at symptoms and make educated guesses to help support yourself, but how come you're making only educated guesses when you could go to the doctor? I know not everyone can. I'm just saying, why doesn't Courtney go to the doctor? Because all medicine's evil, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I know some people don't have the access to go to the doctor. I know they don't. I know Courtney does. I know she does.
To want to stay out of bed. It's really hard for me to, and the reason is because I'm losing my routines, and I know that, like, okay, Courtney, you need to get up and you just need to move your body more, so that's helping.
Yeah.
On like the hydration first thing in the
That's very important.
Getting out,
activity is very important.
moving and getting out and actually like getting in the sun is shifting my energy massively instead of just staying inside because it's cold. Putting your feet into the ground, hugging a tree, whatever you have. I don't have trees around me very much. There's not a lot of energy in our trees.
Courtney, you can plant one.
Well, no. Like we have the trees, but they're like twigs.
Yeah.
I gotta get somewhere to actually have a good tree. Yeah, just Courtney. I don't know if you knew this, Courtney. That's what I like to do.
Come on, we just messing with you.
Yeah. He likes to say that a lot.
I mean, it's in a good way.
Yeah.
In a funny way.
I know.
It's a funny way. Okay. Well, I think it's too late already, and I also need to go and.
Oh, I did all these. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm tired. Actually,
Yeah.
10
Okay.
10
Well,
o'clock, and a half hours.
Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Courtney, so much for letting me on the live. I love you so much. And in this opportunity, I mean, I know that I will tell you that tomorrow, but in this opportunity, I want to tell you that first of all, I'm grateful for our friendship.
I love that.
And I wish you a happy new year. And I wish that
this is a long goodbye. It's 10 minutes.
may God will fill 2024 with a lot of love, joy, with a lot of happiness, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of new success and could create everything you do. And I love you so much.
So much. I feel the same about you. I know we are. I know 2024 is going to be a really
one less heart. God damn it, my hands are
did it. You nailed
my
it.
hands are just too big. Okay.
You guys,
Whoop.
it's like they're barehanded.
Okay.
Can you see the difference? Put your hand up. It doesn't even do it justice.
It's bigger than my face.
They look
Like,
the
okay, yeah,
same.
put it next to your face.
They look the same. They
This
look
still
the
doesn't, because
same.
it's proportion to our faces too. Oh, do you have a cup? Here we go. We have the same cup, right?
Yeah.
Very similar. Look at this.
They look the same. Oh, they're a little bit different.
We would joke about that. Like, what in the hell are these things? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, very.
Have a good night.
I love you. You too. We'll chat soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Bye. Oh, Jess, I love you.
Oh my god. 10 minutes?
You, Jess. Shoot, just really to talk about that.
God.
Do I send out cups depending on orders? I know you're asking me that question actually, because I was like, I don't know how to answer that for him because I'm not sure. I do. The bundle I still have, which I'm going to stop. I actually was going to stop, but it's a
I
holiday.
was trying to pause it, but I just pressed the air sound again. She was like, I wasn't going to answer this question when he was on here because I knew it was for me. Did you know it was for you? Did you? Did you? They do just go on and on and on. Hey, Avery. Someone asked if after Jessie Lee passed if she'd get a colonoscopy. She said no, too expensive. They don't have insurance. Wouldn't that be can I ask you, this might be insensitive. I know not everyone can afford insurance. If you saw your best friend go through hundreds of thousands of dollars of treatments and you made a claim that you're a multi-million, or you've earned $1 million with your company, wouldn't you get insurance so that just in case?
I've never a day in my life been uninsured, so I'm not the right person to ask. I've had insurance since the day I was born, so
I feel like she could get a plan though. I don't know. Like, and I am privileged. I have insurance. I have it. So I was able to get a colonoscopy last year, 2023, because they were trying to rule out some stuff. But as soon as I'm off my dad's insurance, I will be signing up with my company's insurance, no questions asked. A colonoscopy is included as preventative care in the U.S. Also, I believe policies under the ACA have premiums according to your income level, like 7% of your income. Interesting. She did? Dang. Yep. Dang.
Holiday bundle, and we still have New Year, so I'm going to keep it up. It's heavily discounted. It won't be after the first of the year, but it does have a cup. It'll change. I'll change it, but it's semi-customizable because you can add stuff onto it. And he has stuff too. So if you guys want to buy from him, more than happy, more than welcome to. If you want to buy from him, I just do a question. What do you mix with your protons? He always just uses water most of the time. If I'm not mistaken, like almost always uses water. I will do different things. I like to keep it simple if I can. Like if I can just do it with water, but I really like to mix them with frozen berries. Or frozen fruit, because that'll make the ice, and I just like having it be like a treat for me. Like, so I like to turn it into a treat, but I also like to make sure that I'm consuming it every day because we don't get enough protein. It's very important for bodies to have more protein. So if I need to mix it up fast and just water.
It's very important for bodies to have more protein, and Protons have 4 grams of protein in a serving.
it's nothing.
It's nothing. You're paying that much money for a product that has no protein in it, basically? God.
Than I do. Sometimes I like to cut back on my drink, so I'll mix the protein with the cream, so I'm getting collagen with it as well. Sending me a text now. Oh, I love you. Which ketones? I saw this before earlier. Sorry. Which ketones make you lose a lot of weight? The NAT ketones. This is not a weight loss program. First and foremost, I just want to say that
it is. She was about to answer the question, then they say, "Oh, it's not a weight loss program." Then how come you do before and afters or before and betters? How come? How come? Like, you say this all the time. It's not about weight loss. Losing fat. You can lose weight with that. So
that to you, depending on your goals, you can allow yourself. You can experience the benefit of being in ketosis will burn your fat for fuel. And the more protein that you drink, and what are you doing, baby? Are you playing? Flip-flopping around. The more that you can use, you can burn fat as a fuel source, which will cause you to drop fat and change your body shape. And if you want to change your body composition the fastest and have the biggest impact on your brain, you want to drink 2 packs a day, but you don't start off that way. You don't need to, because being in ketosis takes a little bit of time to adjust, and everyone adjusts differently. Some people will increase after a week, a couple days. It just depends, especially.
You said that you can put your body into ketosis in an hour or less. That's the claim on all of the that's the claim that all the reps make. So now you're saying you need a week of taking it to like gear up? What are you saying? Oh my God.
On the formulas that you're drinking. However, I highly encourage, and I apologize that this is not available on the website right now. Well, it is, but not my favorite flavor, is getting the black label and drinking it first thing in the morning, as long as you plan to move your body. Don't just plan to sit on your butt and work your job. Okay.
Oh, Jolene, I'm sorry.
You have to move, because then when you move your body, you increase the uptake of the ketones, which gets them into your system faster. And the black label formula that has more ketones and has just a faster result of body composition changes. And obviously there's multiple things. And every time somebody lately has been telling me, Courtney, you look so good. Like, how did you do what you did? And I'm like, it's like, it's just stress. Like I did like, but when I really think about it, I started, when it came to ketones, I did change that a little bit, because I started drinking the Black Label Unleashed formula first thing in the morning, every morning. And then I'll always consistently drink a second ketone of caffeine free whenever I feel like I need it, whenever it's time. Usually, sometimes it's 5 hours later, sometimes it's 7 hours, sometimes it's after I eat a little bit, sometimes it's later in the day. And I'm like, oh, I never had my second one. I didn't need it. And I'll drink a second ketone. Most of the time it's caffeine free. This was Keto Up, which has extra caffeine, and I started drinking this too.
It might not. Eloise has said some interesting things about the claims that the ketones make. I know Brianna Jewell is is in her internship for being a registered dietitian. Brianna Jewell has awesome videos. I don't think they do what they claim to do. I think how Eloise phrased it the other day in one of the streams was like really good.
2.5 hours ago, you saw me still slurping on it shortly after that.
15 minutes.
And last but not least, I drink the Keto Chill before bed, and then I'll drink the Signal OS support. I drink multiple support products like the electrolytes, and I drink more protein and all that stuff. And so it's, I will fluctuate 5, 10, 15 pounds just based on the things that I have.
Say it, Jessica.
5, 10, 15. That's a lot of fluctuation, right?
Yeah.
Like 5 to 7 is normal, but 15?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's it's. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm lifting up your shirt. Really, was it necessary, ma'am? I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Yeah. Especially with not a lot of height. Yeah, it would seem like the percentage of weight fluctuation would be lower based off of your total mass and like your height and stuff like that.
Yeah. I have lots of mass.
Sandy, my kids being up at 10 o'clock when, we're not really enforcing bedtimes right now. They're on winter break. So Madeline is not fully on winter break. She's still been doing home learning most days. Lincoln has done a little bit of that too. But yeah. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I know.
There's 4
wait, Frida. I thought it was, and then I looked it up because somebody told me they couldn't get it, and it's not anymore. Like I literally thought it was this morning. But I think once they shifted to the keto kicks and the chills sale today, I think it went away. So I was really, really sad about that. But there is the Ruby Rush formula and which tastes like a grapefruit, and then with a little bit of citrus. And then there's also the Pina Colada, which is Blue Ocean. And then I recommend mixing those. You don't have to, but you can at least throw in a hydration pack, Mitoplex with it. So, all right. I love you guys. Link up. Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. Whenever you start to follow somebody, you emulate the things that they say. What the hell? I mean, like, yeah, they say that a lot. Benefits of Signal OS, AM and PM. They come together as a pack, and they're really going to help with DNA repair is the main thing that they help with. I don't have a box up here because I really prefer to just read the side of the box, but they repair the telomeres that allow DNA to send signals to each other. So that's why it's signal OS, and there's a lot of other things inside of it too, things that helps with all that jazz. There's a video that you can watch as well on Private TV. Look up signal OS, it'll tell you.
Oh, have you seen Prove It TV? I'm sure you have.
No.
Yeah, you look up Prove It TV. They have their own like videos and stuff where it's like a whole different site where you can watch Prove It generated content for ketones and shit like that. So
The DNA repair, like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Oh my gosh, my brain hurts.
my brain hurts too.
The benefits, and you can look it up on the website. All right, that's it. That's all, folks.
15 minutes left.
You're welcome. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for him as well, and I'm grateful for our ability to communicate, because communication is so important, and that is really what will build stronger relationships. And I'm grateful.
What is this? I'm so grateful for the ability to communicate, and communication, it builds strong relationships, and building strong relationships is good for, like, what? You're not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, one thing is we've been around each other for a year, and he was close to Jesse Lee, and I love Jesse Lee, and I love still getting to maintain that friendship because it's important to me. You could have just said that. You couldn't have like made this whole diatribe about like the importance of communication. God.
Grateful for the many people who love us so much and so dearly, that also were like, even though we were having conversations, they were also reminding us, like, you guys have to talk about these things more, because it just goes to show, like, the relationship when you have this group of people. I wish it was still on here for this, but when you have this group of people that you love dearly, that you connect with, two people's relationship inside of that circle of friends, right, can affect the other people as well, especially whenever you feel like the other people in that circle can relate and understand and know what you're going through with situations. Then you'll start to talk about things. And so it's like, hey, you guys are both affecting us, so you need to get this out, and we need to do this together. And I think that also strengthened all of us, like Mateo, Sasha, and Don also. So just really, really grateful for all my friends.
To get this out so we can all function better. What she's referencing something that happened, and I don't
Grief.
grief.
The grief
Okay.
of losing Jesse Lee.
I literally cannot follow her. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, dear God.
She's essentially saying we're trauma bonded together.
It's a lot of bold claims that she's making, because like, and why does she get to insert herself into anybody's process of grieving and basically say, get it together, work through it, because you're negatively impacting the group? Like, fuck off, Courtney. Like, that's inappropriate, right? Like, oh, you're negatively impacting our group of people, so you need to figure out like working through the grief. That's inappropriate.
Well, it's the whole reason this whole conversation about grief with Courtney is weird is this. Think about it this way, like, you're in this center, Jesse Lee's in this center, and my friend James explained this, something unrelated, and you're like a cell, and you have all the little circles, and your first circle is your family, your mom, your dad, your siblings, your spouse, or it might just be your spouse. And on your second layer, that's your best friends, like, closest to you. And Courtney seems to think she's on that first layer, and Jesse Lee's family's on that second layer because of how Jesse Lee portrayed her relationship with her family. So, like, Courtney seems to be taking the lead on this grief, like it's her grief. But it's, which it is, but it's I don't know if I'm making sense now.
You are. I'm listening. I'm learning. I mean, that makes sense. I just it makes sense to me. I just yeah. Oh my gosh. Jen said, Hermit, I'll take it. Chaos, technical difficulties, and squirrel trails. That's I mean, welcome to the channel. So oh god. Okay. We can do it. Someone tell us when it's 5:38 on my watch right now. So play.
Friends and for the people that I can trust, to just see me for me and to be willing to have hard conversations and love each other where we're at, but also push each other to get to the next level too. Yeah. I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna save this, so it'll be on Instagram. It'll also be on Facebook, but obviously, if you want to be able to see, not just here up your own, I'll put them on both. So ciao, y'all. Love you so much. Thanks for being kind. I'm sure the people that not everyone will be. So it means a lot that you guys are.
If you don't watch anti-MLM, why would you say that?
Why did she do this?
I don't know, because she couldn't help it, because she was like, hey, I was close with Avi and he'd enjoy my team and ABCDEFG. Like, come, what? Good night, Eloise. Wave to Courtney.
Oh, I almost hit the X-Gal wave.
My dad cannot stop waving with his middle finger. It's not to like look at Courtney and be like, oh my gosh, we don't like her because she wears teal shirts, or we don't like her because she has 2 bookcases and we hate bookcases. It's not like that. It's about unethical recruiting practices and lying about what ketones do and just deceptive marketing and shock marketing. It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. And also oversharing personal information at the end of someone's life. Like, what the hell are you doing? I don't get it. I don't know why he does that.
We don't even need to know that there was a code blue. Like, the fuck?
Yeah. And the fact that she told us that she got in the way of medical professionals attempting to help Jessie Lee, like, what kind of friend does that? I don't, you standing near her doesn't help anything.
But in other lives after it happened, she says she walked in the room and screamed and demanded that they did CPR.
Yeah, the story doesn't make sense. And then she did say her first code blue. Maybe it was another code. Maybe there was multiple that happened. Prove It has destroyed Courtney's sense of self. I think Prove It, and also her being in the Empire. I think the control that Jessie Lee had over her life, I think that was a part of it. And we see that with high control groups. We see like the people here. This is the location that Courtney was. I'll put the overlay on. Oh no, where is it? We had our dadgum. Here it is. It's going to be on our faces. Top leader, Jessie Lee, at the top in the red. Core devotees. This is where Courtney Shortney is, and Sasha and Mateo, and rank and file members, probably Jenny Elizabeth and Josh. You know, because like, and I think core devotees, probably Brittany Anderson follows in this category, but she also moved away. That's not normal with core devotees. So maybe she's in the rank and file members. So they land in different sections. And maybe you disagree with that, Jessica. Maybe Sasha Mateo would be the top leaders, but I think Jessie Lee obviously is in that top red section.
Yeah, definitely.
But they're all categorized. So it's 5:42. We're gonna go over and raid Aaron's stream.
It's gonna be so good.
Get ready. Definitely leave a purple heart and a squirrel and some love. I will be in the chat chatting away. I'm just gonna get a refill on my drink. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for wading through the fluffery. Thanks for being gracious as like we had to pivot from the conversation when Avi and Courtney brought up the Israel and Palestine and Hamas situation, and definitely check out Tish and other people who are talking about it. And I might talk about it later on, but not today. So thanks. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time getting in trouble later on. Okay. Toodles.